Right, so we're live back on the channel. Manchester United season preview edition with my guys Stan and Pete. Lifelong Manchester United fans.
Yeah, come on.
We're gonna talk about their club, go through it similar to the Arsenal stream that we done last week. Hold on, Saints just messed up. Right, we're good. Let me just forward this to everybody. Now we're good to go. Randy will be joining us soon. Just waiting for him to sort his stuff out. And then he'll be on. Let me just pay attention to that. So, guys, how we doing?
Not too bad, brother.
Yeah, man. Can't complain. What are you saying?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm all good. You excited for the season ahead, or?
Yeah.
Obviously, it started at the weekend, so we're doing this a little bit late. But I thought, you know what? Let me crack it out. Let me get some opinions on what we reckon, how we think Manchester United are going to do. Now, I've got my opinions of you. I thought you had a decent pre-season, to be fair.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of your pre-season games?
I didn't really watch it.
I watched the Bournemouth game a little bit.
See, I weren't surprised that you come out and played the way that you did against Arsenal. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
I watched a couple of your games. Not the whole game, but I watched about, let's say, 20 or 30 minutes of each game. I was like, yeah, you look good, man. You look decent. Like, it looks like it's clicking a little bit with Amorim.
Yeah, I mean,
obviously you see, you know, your pre-season started literally straight after the league finished. You went to that Asia tour, didn't you?
Which was absolutely pointless, but yeah, we did that.
You won it though, didn't you? Got a trophy.
Nah, you started your games. Okay.
What?
I can't really say too much. It's cool, man. Start a new season, isn't it?
Right, let's do a season breakdown of both clubs.
Sure.
Last season. Now we're gonna have to go there. I know this is gonna be. Here we go. Kofi's in the chat.
Wow,
the Arsenal fan. How we doing, Kof?
What's going on, guys? Interesting
Yeah,
afternoon.
He's gonna have his say, obviously.
I'm not gonna make this about Arsenal, but interesting afternoon is all I'll say.
Well, we're going to get to the Arsenal-Man United game at some point today, so I'm sure you're going to have a lot to say. Right now, we're going to do a season breakdown of last season. We've got to go there for these boys. Yeah, he's sweating. Look.
Go on, let's have it, man.
Finished 15th place with 42 points. So you just made it past the 40-point safety door. Just about. 44 goals scored. Here we go. How we doing? Randy, you good? Kaz, how we doing?
Hi, Randy.
Randy or Kaz? What do you want to be known as?
Just call me Kaz, man.
Kaz, I should have asked you that before you come on stream, to be fair. My bad.
It's all right, man.
How we doing anyway, Kaz? You good? You ready for this? We've got Kofi in the chat as well.
Who?
Kofi's here.
Oh, yeah?
Look, this isn't about me. I'm just here to observe and just maybe add.
He's refreshing Twitter right now, looking at David Ornstein's tweets and Eze.
Interesting afternoon is all I'll say.
100%.
But I'm just here to observe and maybe add 2 pence here and there.
I don't mind that. That's why you're here. That's good. So we're just saying, Kaz, we're doing a season breakdown of last season. We have to go there. Finish 15th place, 42 points. Just made it past the safety door, 40 points. 44 goals scored, 54 goals conceded. So you had a negative goal difference. Within that season, you had 2 managers, sacking of Erik ten Hag, the employment of Ruben Amorim. Safe to say for me, I've never seen Manchester United be so bad in my life or finish that low in my life.
Yeah.
Pretty poor season. And you put that in perspective for Chelsea, we finished 4th place with 69 points. Although we got it on the last day of the season, it was touch and go throughout. We competed up until December, completely capitulated. Title was Liverpool's at that point, in my opinion. But we ended up finishing the season with a Conference League trophy and then a Club World Cup trophy, beating PSG in the final, who everybody considered to be the best team in the world and obviously European champions at the time. 64 goals scored, 43 goals conceded. So a big improvement on our goals conceded, but less goals scored from the season prior. How would you summarize, guys, your season last year? Anyone, any input? I think it's self-explanatory, I'll be honest with you.
Just poor. Just bad. Everything, the way the season was, how we kept Erik ten Hag, how we let go of him, the players.
Sorry, wrong with your mic.
You hear me?
Yeah, there was something wrong with your mic.
Can you hear me now, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, just everything was just poor, man. It was bad. Like, Erik ten Hag, like me personally, I was saying after the FA Cup final when we beat Man City, should have gone, but we kept him. It's just a knock-on effect. It's just bad, terrible. One of the worst, the worst season as a football fan.
You think you should have kept Erik ten Hag?
I sacked him, sorry, not kept him, sacked him. After the final against Man City, sacked him.
I had my stick ready there, man.
Sacked him. We should have let go of him, but obviously the board said otherwise. So obviously we kept him. And then we knew that it wasn't good enough. Because obviously that season we won the FA Cup, we finished 8th. But it wasn't good enough. And then obviously with Amorim coming in, obviously we've all had our opinions on him. I was like, I think now would be the best time to obviously judge him based on him having the full season. But again, obviously, it wasn't acceptable finishing 15th. Obviously, losing to Tottenham in the Europa League final as well. Yeah, so all in all, it was just a bad season. Just a season to just forget. Like, last season was just terrible. Every game was horrible. Even games that we were winning, some games that we were winning wasn't even enjoyable. It was terrible. Just everything about last season was bad. Yeah. That's my take on it, man.
So you wouldn't even have started with Erik ten Hag going into the season?
Nah, Case. Honestly, bro. We spoke about it many times in the group chat. Like, after beating Man City in the final, we should have just, thank you for your services and let him go. Like, for example, to quickly touch on even Tottenham. Like, Tottenham, obviously, Ange won them their first trophy in 17 years, but they let him go for a better all-round well-rounded manager than Thomas Frank. Like, we should have done the same thing. Because we knew that the blueprint was there, bro. We finished 8th. Things wasn't working out. Let him go. Okay, he's won our second trophy at the time. He's done well, yeah, but it's papering over the cracks. We've got issues. And so it wasn't a surprise that the following season came and this was happening, because we can all see it. So for me, after the Man City FA Cup final win, should I just let him go? But then obviously we kept him, and then obviously we had the horrible season we had last season. So
what do you think, Stan? You're being awfully quiet at the moment.
I got mic issues. I don't know what's going on, but
no, Mike.
you know what it is? I think touching on Pete's point.
Your mic's fucked up, man.
Yeah, I can't really hear your mic. Yeah,
Hear me now?
it's kind of breaking a bit.
Come back in.
Yeah, it's a bit.
His mic's in the gulag like his team was last season.
No, Kofi, yo, easy.
I like the way when we asked him how was your season last year, his mic was done. It's finished. I've just been chatting to him for ages.
I know, crazy.
What do you think, Kaz?
Generally,
This one's good.
Yeah, last season was a blip. I agree with Pete. Ten Hag shouldn't have went into the season. He's taken us backwards about 3 or 4 steps. If you wanna, I was about to shade Arsenal, but I may as well. If you wanna call Arteta's steps a process, then it's taking us back to like where Arteta was at the start. Is that my speaker?
Nah, that's Dan's.
No, it's
Okay,
it's not yours, bro. Your one's clear. Your one's clear.
All right, cool.
Someone has to mute their mic. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, either Stan or Pete mute your mics.
Okay, let me mute mine.
I think it's good now, but Stan's having trouble, I think.
But yeah, no, generally, like last season was a one-off. I feel like everybody had an issue with our defensive unit. I'll be completely honest. I wasn't too angry at our defense. I was more annoyed at Onana in occasions, but that only happened when ultimately in games you need your strike force to kind of hold the ball up in the final third to actually apply pressure. Every time we would move into the final third, we're going backwards or we're losing the ball, so other teams are starting to counter us. If we can't score goals, we're going to concede goals. That's ultimately what's going to happen. I think De Ligt gets a lot of stick. And again, last season we had quite a few injuries as well. Martinez was out half the season. Luke Shaw's obviously Luke Shaw. Don't get twisted. I like Luke Shaw, but he's just been unreliable for the last 3 or 4 years.
I thought he was really good at the weekend. Not gonna lie.
The great game, and that's like the Luke Shaw that we're used to seeing. De Ligt, massive. He's got massive potential. Absolutely rate that kid highly. Aiden Heaven, he came in January, I think it was. I think he done well last year as well, considering he never played men's football before that. Who else is there? Maguire. I think Maguire's been exceptional considering where he was 2-3 years ago. I think if I'm being completely honest, he's like the modern and model professional. Onana is a clown. It is what it is. Onana's a clown. Like there's no two ways about it. If I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, Maguire with the Maguire one, he gets a lot of stick, but I actually rate him, man, in terms of he gets so much stick for in that team.
Yeah, like his mentality to keep going.
His mentality is strong.
Has to be like top notch because it wasn't even just at United. At one point, he was getting it for England as well. So he had no respite.
What was that goal he scored? He popped up with that last-minute goal. What was that? Who was that against?
Leon.
Is it Leon? Yeah.
Yeah.
He done it a few times last year.
Yeah.
He done it in Lyon, and then he done it in the FA Cup as well. When I think it was, who did we play in the FA Cup? Was it Leicester?
Oh yeah. Leicester.
Yeah, it was.
Back stick, Stretford end, free kick. Maguire's been doing this. Like he's just been putting in 7 and 8 performances on a regular basis. But last year we just weren't clinical. And it got to a point where towards the end of the season, we didn't believe we were going to score. So we just stopped trying. We stopped trying to create chances. Højlund was making runs, but at times was making the wrong runs. Because he's making the wrong runs, nobody's trying to find him. Garnacho is, that's a different saga in itself. At times he would turn up last season. At times he wouldn't. Rashford, I rate Rashford highly, but unfortunately, the club and him are at war for one reason or another that nobody really knows as to why, which we can only assume is his contract. But yeah,
I just feel like there's just so many issues at your club currently.
Can I just rebut to something that Randy said?
Go on.
Mm-hmm.
So Randy mentioned Arteta and the whole process thing, right? But can it be argued that you can't really compare this?
Sorry, has anyone got it on in the? Kaz, you got it in the background?
No.
We're getting a bit of an echo. Just mute your mic when you're not talking. Yeah, it'll be easier.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. So when you mentioned the whole process thing with Arteta, I feel like there's this unjust agenda that's put out that the whole process thing isn't justified in Arteta saying that, because take the trophies aside, right? Arsenal's performances, you can see it with your eyes, and the results that Arsenal were making huge progress. Under Ten Hag, there was no real process in that. Like, cool, you won the FA Cup, but at the end of the day, the team was still dog shit. Now, when you go into Amorim and you get into the final, you play the other worst possible team that you could play in the world, and you lose to it. So the whole process thing, I don't think you can really say that Amorim made process. And let's be real, we're not talking about him finishing 8th, 9th, 10th. We're talking about you guys pretty much almost being in a relegation battle, had it not been for the possibly worst ever teams that we've seen come into the Premier League. So I don't think you should ever really mention process when it comes to Amorim, because he didn't do anything to really show that.
Amorim?
Yeah. Amorim didn't do anything to show that.
Okay. Give me a second to respond to you, Yoko, because I didn't mention about Amorim. What I said was, if we're going to use Arteta's line of the process, right? Ten Hag took us back 4 or 5 steps because he did. He got rid of McTominay and Fred. He got rid of De Gea. He got rid of Martial. Got rid of Wan-Bissaka. He got rid of all these players that you can, you get rid of De Gea, who is an exceptional shot stopper, and you replace him with Onana because he could play with his feet to an extent. And I say to an extent because it's literally to an extent. How many times did he put us in trouble rather than got us out of trouble? Right?
Exactly.
So what I'm saying, I'm not comparing him to Arteta. I'm just using Arteta's line of, hey, we have a process from phase 1 to phase 10, which by phase 10 you should be able to win the league, right? We have always been, prior to, obviously, Ferguson was Ferguson, cool, yeah? And I agree, like, I watched Rashford's interview, and to be fair, I agree with everything he said. We haven't been a club, shall we say, which has put in a plan and stuck to it. Everybody has come with a plan, and Ed Woodward's been like, okay, cool, here is a blank checkbook, and go out and get whoever it is you want.
You've had no stability stability for ages.
Exactly. And that's why Mourinho always went and said, like, yo, like, this, my greatest achievement was finishing second with this team. Because you can't, like, even one of my managers in Sunday League football was like, yo, like, I don't care about cups because anyone can be good over a 90-minute game. That's what it is. That's what cup games are. You have to be good over a 90-minute game. League position, you have to be good. You have to be great over 38 games. And United haven't had the ability to do that for a very long time. Now, what Almerim's come in and done, and hating for it, cool. He's probably ruffled some feathers. Cool, amazing, great. He's got rid of players that he doesn't feel like fits his system. But the bigger thing is the Ineos, Omar Brada, etc., have backed him and said, okay, you are our man for the next 4 or 5 years. So what you say goes for this club is going to go. So Almerim now being like, okay, cool, like, this is my system and this is the system you guys have to play. If they're not fitting into that system, they're gone. Like, if you don't follow his rules, they're gone, etc., etc., etc. And I think that's great. I feel like you can only then start a transition if you have a direction. And I feel like Almerim at the moment has been like, this is my direction. We may not agree with it. We may not agree with what it looks like, but he's come in and be like, this is the direction we're going. And it's not all aboard like we're going. It's like, you have to be aboard or you're gone. That's it. And that's what we're seeing with Garnacho at the moment.
Which is good,
So for
once, bear in mind, he's only had half the season.
He's doing the right thing.
He's not even had a full season, has he?
Nah, and again, like we can say, last season he had a team that wasn't his. This season, yes, a lot of those players may still be there, but the buy-in already looks different. It feels different.
Yeah,
the players look fitter. Like Xerxes last year looked overweight. Yeah, and I only realized that when he came back this season. I'm like, wow, this guy's actually quite slim. Mark De Ligt last season looked overweight. Onana came back overweight. He got dropped for the first game of the season. They're going to say, it's because, he didn't really play in preseason. No, he came back and he's overweight. Like, Casemiro this season came back underweight. We all saw the memes last season when Casemiro came back from preseason. That guy looked big. Hasn't run this year. The players actually look happier. There's a happier feel around Man United. And, if we're going to move forward into this season, like, I'm quietly optimistic that, look, it's not going to be difficult to do better than we did last season, but I'm optimistic that we should be finishing in the European places.
Fairs.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about processes, Amorim's one's just started.
Yeah. And I feel like the only thing about him, he's stubborn, right? Yeah. And it could be his downfall. But if you think you're the man, then I can only rate it.
The problem that Amorim has, and I agree. He's the same as Arteta in like they're both very stubborn. But I think the biggest issue that Amorim might have, and just based on history, is the three at the back and the wing backs. And historically, we know that the managers that have gone down that path have usually died with that system. And we're now also talking about a manager that might not be able to get all the players that he needs. So my thing is that, like, cool, I get the whole process thing, but you're a manager of Manchester United, and unfortunately, you're going to have to die by it because everything's going to be times 10 in terms of pressure.
So, but we've had this conversation about Arteta, and he's in fucking year 7.
But remember, Arsenal and Man United are not the same like style of team, right? Arsenal historically.
When you say style, I know you meant stature.
No, it's not even about stature, bro. Because the only reason I say it's not about stature is because, unfortunately, now when it comes to clubs, the social media piece and what we make of things as fans plays as big a part in what happens in football as anything else. So I would argue, right, just because of how loud and crazy Arsenal fans are when it comes to like a lot of stuff around the club. Arsenal, the pressure of being an Arsenal manager and the pressure of being a United manager is somewhat the same in that Arteta is under pressure from the fans, whereas Amorim is under pressure from the fans and the board. But with Arsenal, where they don't care because they're making money. The board are making money. Whereas with Man United, it affects the brand. And as you can see, the sponsorship money is going down because they're not performing. Whereas Arteta is performing. Like, he's finishing second. It's still making a lot of money for the club. So that's why I say it's the same but different. And Arsenal as a club are like the way they handle managers has historically always like we're kind of like a family first. The way we just do shit is just different to most other clubs, even down to our.
I agree and disagree, right? And what I disagree with is, what I agree with is, yes, you're right. There is different pressures for Arteta and Amorim. Yes, they're both stubborn. But what I disagree with is, I think the board are going to stick with Amorim, and I think he's going to be the man for the next 2-3 years. And the reason why I say that is simply because of the amount we spent. And two, if what I believe is going to happen, which is I do believe we'll end up with Belieber. If that does happen,
this sounds like opium, but
I think he's the guy for our next 2 to 3 years, guarantee it.
Well, you've got to look at. Surely they learned their mistakes from Erik ten Hag. They let him sign all of these players that didn't perform, put them on big contracts. Well, do you know what I mean? He was just giving all of these old Ajax players deals for like.
Case, can I ask Randy something though? When you mention Belieber, are you talking about you think you'll get him this window, or?
I think we'll get him this window.
That's a big shout. That is a big shout.
It is a big shout, and I'm saying clip it. It's fine. It's not a problem. I'm saying clip it. I think we'll end up with Belieber, 100%.
Why don't you think that's reasonable?
But that's bad, bro. That's not a good thing.
Why is it not a good thing?
Because for you to get him, you're going to have to pay way more money than it's worth. And then you've now contradicted yourself about saying that one of the issues under Ten Hag was paying players a lot of money.
Okay.
He might not pay him a lot of money, but he'll spend a lot of money.
So okay, let me respond to that. Yeah, everyone we signed so far, right? No one is on more than 160k a week. From Mbeumo to Cunha, no one's on more than 160k a week. If Belieber comes in, I believe he's going to be paid probably around 100k a week mark. Even that, I think, may be a stretch, right? Yes, we're going to pay 110 million pounds for him or whatever it is, yeah. But again, as Enzo, as Case is just pinned from Enzo, Belieber's prem proven, low wages.
He's not prem proven. He's a prospect. He's
okay,
played
cool. He's a prospect. But what I'm saying is this: what he is worth to Manchester United Football Club is probably 300 million because of Casemiro, Ugarte, their salaries, their contracts. On top of that, we need legs in our midfield. So if we have to pay 100 million, pay the 100 million because ultimately the legs that he's going to bring to our midfield, that midfield of Bruno and Belieber, is priceless, bro. Absolutely.
Okay.
Like he's only as worth as what it is that we need him for, bro.
Okay.
And right now, playing one game a season, so 1 game a week in the league, bro, like it's insane.
Okay, let me ask you this then. But obviously, one thing we know about this whole rebuild, right? Like, you still have a lot of players and positions that you also need to fill, right? Spending 100 million on Belieber. The only reason I say that it's madness to spend 100 million on Belieber is simply because Belieber is not the only answer, the only player out there that Manchester United can buy.
Do you know what I'll say though? Yeah, Chelsea spent 100 million on Caicedo. Arsenal spent 100 million on Rice. Man United are going to spend 100 million pound on Belieber.
Yeah, and it worked out for them.
And
so
it's worked. Do you know what I mean? It's worked out for both of our clubs.
But again,
you look at both of them players and say, look, if we sold them tomorrow, they're still going to be worth 100 million.
But I think it's just that thing of, I think in Man United is that because of what's been going on over the years. So even though what you're saying, Case, makes sense, it's just that lingering doubt, or because obviously of the past, of the amount of money we've spent on so many players and it hasn't worked out. So it's like that kind of lingering doubt that if we're going to spend 100 million Belieber and it doesn't work out, which I think it'll work out though, because he's a phenomenal talent. But if it doesn't work out,
but again, as fans, we look at it from a fairy tale perspective, of 100, like we just put this 100 million pound number or euro, whatever you want to call it, number out there, But I think with where Manchester United are, I promise you, there's at least 5 or 10 other midfielders that Manchester United can sign, given that there's other positions that they need to fill. Because we're again just saying that the central midfield position is going to fix Manchester United. It really ain't. It's really not as simple as that. And you really
but come on, man. That doesn't mean that they shouldn't go for Belieber.
But bro, again, listen. If we don't pay 105 million for Belieber this season, next season we're probably going to pay 125, 130 million for him, because he's going to have another solid season, World Cup year, so his value goes up even more, and there'll probably be more clubs in for him, bro.
Belieber's from where?
Cameroon,
yeah.
They're not in the World Cup, are they?
They're going Africa.
World Cup qualifiers, isn't it? They're doing the World Cup qualifiers currently in Africa, so
he'll be going AFCON in Jan, though, won't
he? Yeah,
in December.
December, Jan, isn't it?
Yeah. But again, like, I understand what your fear, because we've done it with Sancho's.
DCF is correct. Pogba went for 90 million. Belieber going for 100 million. And again, remember.
Okay.
But I'm not joking. Paul Pogba goes for like 160 million in this market. 180.
Yeah, exactly. Let's factor in inflation. 90 million then is probably 130, 150 million now. So it's not really a moot point.
No, not that. Again, what I'm saying is, when you sign a player for this amount of money for Manchester United, and it doesn't start to go right, and it doesn't go right, based on the fact that we know that Ineos are not just going to spend bread willy-nilly. So if you sign this guy for 100 million, they have every excuse to start dragging their feet when it's not working out.
Okay, you want me to say something about Ineos, Whatever you think you know about Ineos, forget about it. Bro, Ineos have been screaming for the last 7 months to anyone who would listen, Gary Neville, the Financial Times, Bloomberg, that Man United are about to go broke, about to go bankrupt, we've got no money. Bro, we've just spent nearly 200 million on 3 players. I ain't believing in another word they're saying.
Man. That was all a ploy just so they could get rid of their staff. Without any backlash.
I hear that. And again, I'll use Arsenal as an example. When you said Arsenal spent 100 million on Declan Rice, it was after the foundation of the team was built. You got to remember, Arteta had bought many players for 50, 30. He bought these players and built a foundation. You can't compare what Man United are doing, because it's still a huge unknown.
But that's you assuming that Amorim's not happy with who he players that he's got. He might be happy with that defense. I think the defense is fine.
The defense is not fine, guys. Don't even for 1 second,
that defense.
Arsenal, that Arsenal game is.
Answer Casey's question at the bottom there. Who would they sign?
This is the thing, bro.
Tell us.
The reality is, I'm not Manchester United scouting department. If you give me time,
this
wait,
will
wait,
pop
wait,
out.
listen,
Yeah, but
wait,
hold
wait,
on a minute. But you
no,
can
no, no,
tell us that their
wait.
defense ain't
Hear me out,
sorted.
hear me out,
Amarim's
hear
not
me out.
happy with him. There's
Hear me
no
out.
base there.
No, not that. Hear me out. What I'm gonna say is, give me 10 minutes. I'll sit here silently and I'll bring some names. Just give me 10
All
minutes.
right, cool. Listen, we're gonna go on to transfers in a minute, so we'll carry that on. But I think Balibas is a signing that you should be looking at 100%.
Yeah, he's quality. He's
Either
quality.
him or Walton from Palace, because I think that guy needs to be taken now before City get him.
Do you want me to be honest? Yeah, I don't really want Walton.
No,
Nah,
because you don't break up the play like Belieber does.
Yeah, and
I'm telling you now, he's going City in about a year's time. He's going City.
Yeah, the thing is, right, and he would be great. Yeah, he would be great for a footballing team and stuff like that. And the funny thing is, we've missed a player like Carrick for years. 100%, we've missed it. But I feel like with him and Bruno playing side by side in that midfield, I just don't see it working.
Yeah, I know. I kind of know what you mean.
I don't see it working.
Hey, you know what? Also, the most obvious signing that United could actually have made here is Onana.
Well, Amidou Onana?
Yeah.
I think that's big.
You know, with Onana, he's a little bit clumsy sometimes, man.
Who's that? The Villa one?
Yeah, Amidou Onana.
Yeah, man. He's a bit clumsy, man. Like, I get it. Like, for his stature and like his profile, it'd make perfect sense. But
I think I'll be honest. I think Belieber's the one.
Yeah,
No. And listen, I actually think, I'm going to give United credit here. I actually think United have sense, and they are not going to try and they're not actually going to go through that 100 million, because I know that they have sense. Because I don't think you understand how much of a madness it would be for Manchester United to spend 100 million on Belieber when they still have other big holes in the team.
Bro, look at what Enzo's saying, bro. Like, whether we spend 10 million or 100 million, whoever we sign may not work. It's going to be a gamble.
But again, there's calculated gambles and then there's gambles. Calculated gambles mean you can build your platform, because, like you said, you're playing one game a week. You're throwing 100 million at a problem that is effectively gonna potentially hamper building out the rest of your team.
No, listen, I hear what you're saying, but you're talking about building foundation. I think a big part of that foundation is Belieber, and I feel like he's going to be a player for the next 5 to 6 years.
Look at you, Football Manager Belieber, but I can tell you guys have played Football Manager.
Tenacious.
Just spending 100M last day.
Don't do that. Don't do that, bro, because I've been screaming Belieber for like 2 months.
No.
I've been screaming Belieber and Tonali.
No, not you. The people in the comments, man.
Oh, okay.
That are cussing me.
Okay, but again, like Kofi, what other... actually, wait, Enzo.
Some of those guys are your friends, man.
I've said the same thing. What other positions are more important? I'm going to be honest with you. Goalkeeper, very important.
Yeah, we need a goalkeeper, especially after last Sunday.
Desperately.
Very important.
But don't Donnarumma.
All right, let's just go on to transfers now, yeah? And then we'll get to that, who we think we should sign. So what we're going to do is going to look at the signings that Man United have made, the money they've spent, and we'll do Chelsea as well. Before we go on to that segment, obviously we ain't spoke about Chelsea's last season and how I thought about it. What did you think about Chelsea's last season?
You guys killed me fucking quickly, man.
From a Manchester United.
Do you want me to be honest, yeah? Do you want me to be honest?
Let me mute up.
I don't know why Chelsea players sign for Chelsea. Generally, I don't know. Like, I don't know why.
It doesn't matter what you do. If you sign for us, you know you're going to get a move somewhere where you know you're going to play. So it don't really matter.
Exactly, and I feel like you're missing out a season or maybe 2 seasons just for you to get a club somewhere else that may not be the club that you want it to. Like, I don't understand why players are doing this. Like,
because we're getting them bigger moves,
but you're not getting them bigger moves. Some of them are to lesser teams.
You're coming to a big club, and then we're shipping you off to another club. That you know.
I think the only signing from last season that I rate is Estavio, which obviously came through this year. Yeah. Tosin was awful, even though he was on a free.
What? Awful.
Tosin was a dog signing, bro.
Mate, that was our best signing of the season. I'm telling you now, that was our signing of the season.
Tosin was dog. I'll be honest with you. He was dog. I don't. Maybe you're thinking
We
back.
got
in
him on a
history.
free.
So what? You still had to pay salary, bro.
And when we sell him, we're going to get 25, 30 million. Because he's won a Club World Cup and he's won a Conference League.
Oh, listen,
And
we're
he's
not
in the
accountants,
Champions
bro.
League.
We are not accountants, bro. Like, let's miss me with all this. Oh yeah, but we're gonna flip a profit here, bro. Forget all the accountancy stuff. Like, we're not PSR experts. This isn't a financial
I'm gonna
Times.
be real.
Speak
It kind of
strictly
matters.
football.
I have to kind of side with Chelsea here. It kind of matters because football has changed. Let me not lie to you, and
Bro.
it hurts me to say that, but I have to give credit where credit's due because boy,
Then
these guys have.
Then we may
AI
as well
under rules.
open up the Financial Times and make sure we've got it open at the same time, because if we're going to be speaking about we made a 10 million profit on this player, but he didn't play no games here, so we saved it, bro. Okay, cool. Let's speak about Modric then. Let's speak about the 70 million you spent on him. How are you going to flip that?
Yeah, that one is unforgivable. And again, it's a gamble that went.
That's
really
one signing, though. Do you know? That's one signing.
One thing I will say
Let's
though.
forget about money, man. It's not our money, man. Let's
No.
move
Like,
on.
let's not focus on the signings that we made last season. What did you think of our season?
I think you guys had a okay season.
Bearing in mind the season prior, we finished 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Got to a League Cup final, lost that to some kids. I went to that. That was embarrassing. Then we obviously our aims were, well, from my perspective, my aim was always top 4 and that Conference League trophy. There was no way that we couldn't win that trophy. If we didn't win that trophy, it was embarrassing.
I agree.
And we hit every single target. And even the first half of the season, I didn't believe that we was going to be where we were at all. We were smashing it in the first half of the season.
Can I say something actually? Now I've got all the Man United trophy winners, FA Cup winners, Chelsea World Club Cup winners, Europa Conference winners on this call.
Mm-hmm.
I expect to see all of you man challenging for the title because trophies matter and it means something. So boy, we didn't win anything, but you guys had the better seasons than us. So I want to see trophy challenges. That's what I'm
We had more success.
Janitor, man, never had to sack him because he ain't cleaning nothing.
So, but then show us what that success translates into.
It doesn't have to translate into nothing. We've had more successful seasons than you.
Kofi, I'm telling you now, you need to be careful about these comments about domestic trophy.
No, I don't.
There will be a time when, Man United are already there. Chelsea are only a few trophies away from overtaking you. You know that. And there will be no talk. But to be fair, if you take your Community Shields out, it's done already.
Here we go. Moving the goalposts.
It's done already.
Semantics.
But there could be other clubs there that could overtake you as in terms of what you win by you saying "fuck them trophies."
No, because
I want the Prem.
Coach, can I just ask you a simple question? Have you celebrated? Like, have you actually had joy in any way, shape, or form over the last 5 years with Arsenal Football Club?
Yeah.
Where?
When we were dominating that FA Cup, we were winning it like it's
5 years. Last 5 years. Last 5 years.
You won it once, didn't you?
Okay, last
No, you
5 years.
haven't. You haven't.
You haven't won it in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
That was 2019, 2020. 2019, 2020.
When they beat
Is it
Chelsea,
season 7 for Arteta?
when they beat Chelsea,
Season 6, I believe.
Season 6 for Arteta.
I think. Coming.
He won it in his first season, didn't he? Well, first half season, not even half, was it?
Yeah. But again, like I said, and the funny thing is, we won it and then we ended up finishing nowhere in the league. So, but I get it, man. You guys need to get your dopamine. You need to be able to dunk through the bad times. But anybody with eyes and sense knows, yeah, because we were all there when Arsenal were dominating the FA Cup. Nobody gave the FA Cup any. It was always yeah, but you're not finishing. So please, let's see the title challenges because trophies matter. That's all I'm going to say on the matter.
So you're expecting Man United to challenge for the title after finishing 15th last season.
Because I was told, bro, that FA Cup trophies matter.
we can't
You got to
challenge.
win.
So are you expecting Palace to do the same?
We can't challenge.
No, because I don't believe the trophy. No, I'm not, because I don't believe the trophies really are indicative. Those trophies, sorry, are indicative of anything.
Well, technically, your point.
Nobody said that. Nobody said we've won these trophies, we're going to go on and win the league. You're saying that.
Yeah.
You're saying that we should.
I have heard you guys say that those winning those trophies shows that
You've got a winning mentality.
Yeah. So where's that winning mentality over 38 games?
Yeah, we're not
Well,
good enough.
I mean, the
Certain
Conference
teams
League,
got relegated.
we was writ off in the Club World Cup. We weren't supposed to win that. Even Chelsea fans didn't think we was going to win that cup.
Oh,
But we
okay.
won the Conference League, and I genuinely believe that because we won that, that's given them the fuel to go on and finish the job with the Club World Cup.
No. Let's be real. You won the Club World Cup just simply because you played better on the day.
Okay.
That's it. It's not because your team's actually better. And again, you know what's funny? It's a good point that you made that Man United will only be playing one game a week. So what's the excuse now? Especially if they spend 100 million on Belieber. So what more do you need?
What are you trying to say, Kofi? That Man United should mount a title challenge this season? Is that what you're saying?
If I've ever heard you get onto Arsenal for not winning trophies during this period, then yes, because we've all had this thing that trophies mean something. It means something. That's all the time. That's what everyone was saying. And if you're an honest person, you accept and acknowledge that that's been a discussion. Enzo just said it in the chat there. It's not just me that remembers it. It was happening. Arsenal fans just crying as per we've already overtaken.
We done that ages ago, to be fair. We done that in 2012.
Oh, come on. My United right now, we're not ready to compete for the Premier League title. I believe if everything is falling right into place, we can next couple of years. But
with 100 million on Belieber, can you get there? Do you think that takes you there?
What, this season?
Because again, Randy did say it. If you man spend 100 million on Belieber, like you need it to it will take you guys to the next level.
I think if we get Belieber, maybe possibly obviously seeing how we play like that for the course of the season. Top 4, top 5. Because top 5 is Champions League. He's doing it. Top 5. So top 5.
Look at that. It's so cute, man.
But Kofi, I'm bro. You look at. We discussed Liverpool's attack. Man City's. You guys are there, right now, especially where we came from last year. It would be a miracle we could come out. I mean, you can never say never.
The gulag is getting you, bro.
Yeah.
The gulag is sensing the cap in your talk, man.
Well, it's
listen.
a title chance this season. Come on. It will have to be realistic, though. Probably top 5, top 8, 5, depending. But, bro, to battle title challenge? No.
Well, to be fair, technically, yeah, if we're going by what Kofi's saying, yeah, what he's trying to put onto Manchester United about the trophies and stuff, it doesn't apply to us because we didn't win a trophy last season. So, if anything, you're speaking to Tottenham, you're speaking to Chelsea, you're speaking to Palace, but we didn't win a trophy last season. So we can quietly go about our business and we can do what it is we're doing. Now, what I am trying to say though, why I do think trophies are important, right, is because it creates this mentality. That's why Jose Mourinho always insists on winning something in his first season, because your players then have this hunger of being able to win something, being able to strive towards something. That's why, personally, I don't think Arsenal have that winning mentality yet. I don't think you guys know how to win yet. I don't think you guys know what it feels like to...
Well, how many players in their team have won a trophy?
None, I don't think.
Madueke.
Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Declan Rice won the Conference League.
2 Conference League winners.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. You know, to your point, Randy, you know what's so funny? Arsenal have been starving, and we know what starvation causes: hunger. So if you want to say that winning a trophy creates mentality, pain and starvation.
No, but wait, Kofi, your team celebrates second place, bro.
Pardon?
Your team celebrates second place.
We haven't celebrated anything, bro. I haven't celebrated.
No, but that's the thing. You guys have created this atmosphere where you guys celebrate mediocrity. Where it's we've had a better season. We finished second, bro. You're just the first people to finish. You're the first losers, bro. That's what it means. You're the first losers, then you get to play in Champions League next season. Wow, congratulations!
It's interesting that you say that. I advise you to watch last week's stream and quote everything that I said in that stream last week. Case, did you hear me say anything about Arsenal? Well, I've said it. It's not good enough.
No, yeah.
There's nowhere to hide. So please, miss me with that. It ain't me. I've been on record.
I'm gonna miss you with that. But as a fan base as a whole, you guys over the last 3 years have given your players a bye, bro. And that's why they think they're like, oh, we can do it next season.
The only thing I will say about that is, that it's been enjoyable for them. And that's the difference.
No, but wait, hold on. It's enjoyable for them until it's January, and then they start turning on their team.
Yeah, of course. Like they used to celebrate.
They're lying to themselves, so they're not enjoying anything.
Celebrate top four. Top four was like, oh yeah, we've made top four. Now they're competing. They're enjoying themselves.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
They're just enjoying it. But
I'm gonna be honest. It's kind of
their fans are running out of patience. That's definitely for sure. I'm telling you.
So it would be it would be big cat to say that the fans have been, because we haven't. And let's be honest, the reason why we've been galvanized is because we've been unlucky with injuries. Saka was out for 19 games.
Oh, don't do this, bro. Don't do this.
18 games last season.
No.
So what I'm saying is, it's quite clear in the times that we've fallen short. We've actually fallen short because we have no one else to blame but ourselves.
Okay, Kofi. Last season, everyone laughs at Spurs, Last season, they paid 2 18-year-olds at centre-back for 3/4 of this. Actually, no, the entirety of the season. Yeah, we will laugh at Spurs where they finished. Huh? They lost both their centre-backs, one of their full-backs, their midfielders and a striker. Yeah, season before that, United lost half their team. Everyone goes through injuries. You lost Saka for a bit and you lost Odegaard for a bit. Cool. Like,
Randy, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
All of the teams that go through injuries like us, they don't go and win the league, unfortunately. If you look at Liverpool, the only other team that was on top of us did not get injuries to their key players.
What about the season before that?
You say that, but they did have their goalie out for most of the season.
Yeah.
They had, and again, they had
Konate out.
They had ample replacements for them. We were playing Marino at 9, bro. Come on, let's not do that.
And Marino did well.
He's a central midfield, but
he did well.
You know what? This isn't about Arsenal. This is about. Let's keep it about Manchester United. Let's laugh at Manchester United. Let's keep it.
And at the points that you had your injuries, you'd already dropped you was out of the title race.
But the Champions League. The Champions League was still there to play for. Let's be honest. Do you really see Arsenal winning the Champions League with Marino at number 9? No. Let's be against PSG. No. So again, this is what I'm saying. Let's use common sense.
Do you see Chelsea winning the Champions League against the best team in the world, Manchester City, with Havertz as number 9?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Bro, if Havertz was playing in that PSG game, we're winning it. I'll be
Nah, you're not winning. You're not winning.
I've long said it. You're
not winning. I don't think
Arsenal, you said the same thing about Partey, right? And then he came back in the second leg, and then what happened?
The game was lost by then, bro.
Nah,
man.
Your people were stronger, but you're not.
Trossard was playing up front. But again, this is not about Arsenal. This is about Manchester United. So let's keep it there.
Let's go on to the. I was doing the signings anyway, So we're going to look at how much Manchester United have spent this window, So. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to give my roundup of last season. Me personally, I think we could have done better in the league because I felt like we flopped it massively. Although we got 4th, okay, at the end of the day, I was happy with that because they met all my targets. I wanted 4th in the Conference League, so I can't complain because I've got it. Even though it was on the last game of the season, touch and go, I can't complain. We got everything that we wanted to do, and then my expectations were exceeded with that Club World Cup. So at the end of the day, my season was a good one. Do you know what I mean? But let's get onto the signings. So total spent for Manchester United this window, this is all in euros. 229.7 million euros,
Why are we doing euros, bro?
Because it's from Transfer Market. I can't be bothered to do the conversion. I'm not going to lie. I can't bother to do the conversion, And it makes it look like it's a little bit more. Do you know what I mean? So, Sesko, 76.5 million. So that's 70 million pounds, roughly. Mbeumo, 75 million. Cunha, 74.2 million. Diego Leon, 4 million. Your outgoings. Wow, this is. I'm not gonna lie, this is so bad, right? Rashford to Barcelona on a loan deal. Collier, loan deal to West Brom. Lindelof, end of contract. Ericsson, end of contract. Johnny Evans, retired. That's it. You've had no outgoings, no money coming in.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's a
You've
problem.
spent
He plays on high.
almost 230 million euros for nothing.
It's hard to get rid of these players with a high wage. But what I will say is that the signings we made, especially in Mbeumo and Cunha, really good. The way they played last week against Arsenal, really
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I agree with that. But when you weigh up your business,
yes,
when you compare that to Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, Case, before you move on, because you want to speak about the business, just so you know, Cunha doesn't count as this season's spending. Actually,
that's fine. No, that's fine. We'll get to that. Yeah, we'll do all that. That's fine. We'll do that. Yeah, no, you are right. That doesn't count. So, wait, have I done my one with? Because I've even with Chelsea's ones, I've included Esteval, for example.
Okay, cool. All right. Sweet.
So with Chelsea's incoming, we've just who did we sign recently? The most recent one was Hato, weren't he? We signed so many players, I forget. So 279.65 million euros. João Pedro for 63.7. Jamie Gittins for 56. Hato for 44.1. Delap for 35.5. Remember, this is all euros, yeah. Esteval for 34, which we signed, like you said, season prior. Esugu for 22.27. Sarr for 14. Kendrick Paez for 10. So there's 3 players in here that we've signed before this season. Paez, Esugu, and Esteval. I'm sure we signed Esugu last season. Disasi, Chukwemeka, Chilwell, and Washington all come back on loan. Now our outgoings, we've just sold Viega today for, what was it, 29.5 million euros. So we've doubled our money. We signed him for 12 million pounds. So we've sold him for 25 million pounds with a 40% sell-on clause. That's good business, man. Our outgoings are 261.45 million euros. So we've only got 18 million, roughly 18 million difference in our incomings and our outgoings. Big one, Madhu. It's mental. Our business is crazy. Madueke, 56 million. Thank you, Arsenal. We've got a striker lined up for you as well. He'll be coming soon. João Felix. Jackson. We're waiting for Arsenal to send us 60 million.
Can I say something to whoever just said that? Like, they don't know how Chelsea do it. This is why I say I subscribe to and understand what Chelsea are doing, because surely now, when you look at the valuations, and us as fans also have to start coming around to this. When you look at the valuations and benchmarks of the players that Chelsea are selling and the other players around them, surely it makes sense to you now that Chelsea are just using data when they sign these players, and other clubs subscribe to that. Look at all of the valuations, and they're kind of similar. Madueke, his age, and the statistics. When you look at other players that have gone, they're going for those kind of prices. To your point, right? You said that Pogba's 160 million in this window. So again, let's just call a spade a spade. What Chelsea are doing is
insane.
No, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far because
listen, I'll tell you now, every single club in the Premier League is going to follow this model. Every single club. Man United are doing it with their wage structure now. 160 play wages. No one's above it.
But again, I don't necessarily think it's the best way and the right way to do things, because again,
look at your club. Your club are handing out 6-year contracts. When was 6 years ever a contract?
No. The point I'm making is, what you also have to remember is you guys are just a bigger sample and version of Brighton, because you have to ask yourself, would you be happy with never winning the league again, but winning the FA Cup and these small trophies? Because you won the Europa League.
No, of course not. Of course the aim is to win the league, but when you say we're a bigger...
But no. The only reason I say that is because You're celebrating and saying it's insane, but you've not done anything.
We won the conference. Look, well, you got to remember they've only been here for what 3 or 4 seasons.
So this is what I'm saying.
Fucked up the first season. I think they'd happily admit they made loads of mistakes in their first season when they first come here. Signed way too many players. Signed players that weren't good enough.
But this is what I'm saying.
And now they've sorted that out. Over the last 2 seasons, we've sorted out our finances, bringing in players, selling them on, keeping their value.
You can't really celebrate it until you win the league, because as far as I'm concerned, Arsenal, Manchester City, Liverpool, and Newcastle could not win the Europa Conference League last season. Only Chelsea could because of where you finished the year before. So you can't really celebrate that. The Club World Cup, cool, you can celebrate that. But at the end of the day, moving forward, for it to be called a success, if you make fun of Arsenal, for it to be called a success, you can't be celebrating.
The whole project and a whole, the whole project and a whole, you can't claim it to be a success. So you could say it's on the right track. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
because
but my question
bear in
is,
mind, last season I was slating it the whole way through.
But my question is this: is it possible to win the league with that kind of high turnover and structure?
No.
This remains to be seen, because the Premier League is unique, right? So far, this means you have to spend money on the best players in the world and really bring in a crop of players that have played together for a long time for it to work. That's what we've seen historically with City and Liverpool. Those are the only real samples that we have to go over, right? Over the last 8 years.
Yeah.
So that's why I say we don't know if it's successful yet. Otherwise, then you're just another Brighton on a larger scale. Because you're selling to us. If we now go and win the league and you've sold Madueke to us, you're a feeder club, bro.
With one player.
No. Well, Havertz as well.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
No, I'm not even trying to banter. I'm just trying to give another perspective on it.
No, he's right. Look, I agree with Kofi, to be fair. I don't think Chelsea's system works when it comes to winning a league.
To success.
Sorry, I'm just trying to work that out. Huh?
To success.
You think
it works from a financial perspective, but success is the next thing to follow. So this is what I'm saying. I haven't said it's a success yet because we haven't produced the league, a Champions League. We've produced 2 trophies that easily are winnable. Let's be honest.
Let's discount the Europa League. I'll be real. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Discount it. But either way, it's a trophy. Is a trophy. But discount it. It's not a big deal. I don't care. The only thing I liked about that, the only reason why I celebrated that is because we completed the set.
No, Case. It is a disgrace.
Kofi, hold on. What?
It's a disgrace. Those fucking 19 shields that you put on your trophy list is a disgrace.
Case, we're not gonna let you get, because every time you're like, oh yeah, like Chelsea have won every single trophy available, bro. It don't work like that, man. Because no one's trying to win the conference, bro.
We've created history.
So, Case, if you man go
see that badge in the top right corner, that's on our shirt for 4 years, you know.
If you man go and win the Johnston Paint Trophy, should we allow you to celebrate it?
Why would we celebrate it? It's not
That's the Europa
elite level football, bro.
That is the Europa Conference.
Okay, stop this.
But if we was in it, we'd win it. So we'd scoop it up like we have every other trophy.
That's disgraceful.
Don't do this, man.
Disgraceful. Not even Europa League. Disgrace.
Would you scoop it up? Ask, because you've been in Europa League, you haven't won that.
I mean, unfortunately, we had a manager who was an operative for Chelsea.
Yeah, and we had a manager who just came from the Championship.
Look, the Europa League, I can let that one slide. But the Europa that's a disgrace.
None of us didn't win it twice when you was in there. Twice.
Pardon?
I'm sure that was twice you didn't win it.
No.
Or was it only the season that we beat you that you was in it? I'm sure you was in it before.
It was crazy. It was crazy. It was like, calm down.
You can't talk to us about competitions at all, other than the Premier League. You cannot.
Wait, is that Stan you're talking about?
No, you.
You asked me.
We can. We had this conversation last week, bro.
Wait,
Look, you know what? I'm gonna be as scummy as you are. Let's just talk about everything. Let's talk about the 1740s if you want to do that.
Why would you do that? You ain't even there to witness it.
Wait.
You're
I don't know who Jungle Juice is. Yeah, all I'm gonna say is Bournemouth aren't finishing above United.
That's a hot take. So what you think? So you're saying?
I know. We'll get to that. Let's get to that towards the end and see where everybody's finishing. Otherwise, we're going to stay on this transfers thing for fucking ages. Right. Listen. Outgoing. Madueke 56 million. Felix 30 million. Viega 29.5. Petrovic 28.9. Ugo Chukwu 28.7. Dewsbury Hall 28.65. Broya 23. Don't know how we managed that. Amugu 14.5, Humphries 14, Kepa 5.8, Bergstrom on a 3, Bettinelli 2.4, Star went out on loan, Penders went out on loan, Paez went on loan, Gui went out on loan, and Sancho left the club.
Wait, you guys got rid of Petrovic? He's at Bournemouth.
Yeah, he signed for Bournemouth, isn't he?
What the heck? Wait,
28.9 million. Yeah, he played the other day.
How are you guys doing this? You guys got some good numbers, man.
This is what we're saying. From a business perspective at the moment, we've set it up very, very well.
Oh, man, 50 large, man.
See what I think, yeah? The way that we have set this up, this is what I genuinely believe, yeah? This is what we're doing right now, business-wise, is something, and well, to be fair, and success-wise, you will see a little bit later on. I don't think it's an immediate impact thing. So you see like how we're making profit now on all these players. Give it a couple of years, we're going to be able to spend so much money because our finances are so good within PSR. Like, look, we've got 18 million is all we've spent so far. So if we can keep continually churning players, flipping them out, eventually we're going to hit another Cole Palmer. You know what I mean? If this Esteval's any good, which so far he looks really good. Lavia looks good, but he's not fit a lot of the time. Eventually, we're going to be flipping these players out till we've got a good squad, like a very, very good squad that we can keep for a good 6 or 7 or 8 years.
Okay, sorry to intercede. Do you know what I'm hearing you say?
Go on.
We're going to do lucky dip until we find a gem.
That's all. But that's what everybody does that.
No.
Everybody does
that's
that.
what you're saying, though, bro. You're signing 20 players and hoping one of them turns out.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
And do you know why that doesn't work? Because look at Wesley Fofana today. My man's unhappy because he was on the bench. You're going to start creating an atmosphere where players aren't happy because they're signing and knowing that
look what happened to
I'm going
Viega.
to sit this year out on the bench.
Look what happened to Viega. He wasn't happy last season. We shipped him out on loan. He played one game for us, one Premier League game. Comes back with doubled our money on him.
So what? But what's that? That's why I started this segment by saying I don't know why players sign for Chelsea, because if anything, it kind of holds them back a year, bro. It holds them back a year.
No, Randy, I disagree. They're a feeder club now, so I disagree. Like,
okay, yeah. From that aspect, from being a feeder club aspect, I hear it.
Feeder club? Who?
Huh?
Chelsea. Feeder club?
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
You guys. You're a generation. Chelsea are a generational come up if you're a young player. Let's be real.
We're a market. I told you this before. This transfer market is Chelsea's. You are just living in it. That is the truth.
Don't kill me.
And that's fine, bro.
And
we will let our football on the pitch do the talking.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny? I just realized.
I agree with you. That's what we need to do.
Chelsea have to challenge.
What they need to do. Just let the football on the pitch do the talking. But I think we've got certain parts of our club sorted. Do you know what I'm saying? You've got to remember our whole club was switched upside down when Abramovich was kicked out of the country. Had new owners coming.
If you guys don't challenge, you are a glorified Brighton. In fact, if anything, actually, you are Brighton's financial sugar daddy, because you're like all of the money that you've given Brighton is actually feeding Brighton's scouting system. So if you don't challenge for the league, then all you're doing is just a platform. You're like rising ballers, basically.
That's crazy.
What? Because we signed Cucurella, Sanchez, and Caicedo.
And let's not forget about the main man himself,
And Joe
Graham
Pedro.
Potter. No, Graham Potter. Let's not forget about him and his backroom
Graham
staff.
Potter.
And his backroom staff. Again,
And backroom staff.
generation. No, but you did though. Remember, that was a package deal. You paid 21 million for him.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
We did.
That's what I'm saying. So
That's
you guys are
Yeah, that's realization, man.
exactly.
When Man United spend £100 million on Belieber, are they feeding it as well? Of course they are. The
this-
reality is they are. But it's no
Exactly.
different. You got to understand, yeah. If you've got, it's like Southampton when Southampton were doing really well with their players, and Liverpool were just plucking all their players away from them. It's no
No,
different.
but bro. What I'm saying is, if you are not acknowledging the fact that you're a feeder club, then it means the only way you can break free of the feeder club title is if you are challenging for the league.
No,
and
but you're
potentially-
saying feeder club as if we're a lesser club. Feeder
But you
clubs
are, though.
normally the
You just
connotation that comes with being a feeder club is that you're feeding them to bigger clubs. We haven't done that.
You want to know what's so funny? Am I correct in saying that Brighton are in the Europa Conference League?
So how's that make them a feeder club? How does
They're
that
on
make
your level
them-
right now. They're on your level until you go back in the Champions League and
We're in
win
the
it.
Champions League.
No. I'm saying and win it. This new
And
method,
win it. Hold on a minute. And win it.
or okay, maybe not the Champions League, but the league.
Oh, they're on your level as well, because until you get in the Champions League and win it, they're on your level.
No.
Kofi's
Not at
confused.
all.
No. Why not?
You
No.
want to know why, Case? I am not claiming that this method that Arsenal are doing is amazing.
But
You're the
I'm
one that
claiming
said-
that our business is good.
Yeah,
I'm claiming that
exactly.
financially, our business is brilliant.
And the best thing about
From
Brighton is their
contracts
business.
to signings to sales, I think it's good. Yeah, we might not be signing the right players right now to do what we want to do in the league.
This is
That's
what I'm
the only
saying.
gripe I've got with it. That we should be. We could have spent what we've spent nearly 2 billion now. Yeah,
Exactly. You see?
which we could have gone out and spent 2 billion on 26 fucking world star players.
Like any normal person would do.
Yeah,
Seeing as
like,
telling
you know what I'm
United-
saying? But within that 2 billion, there hasn't been
penny's dropping
not
now.
all
Guys, the penny's
squad
dropping for
players,
Case.
you know what I mean?
He's
11.
realizing he's been hoodwinked. The penny's
Huh?
dropping for him. You realize you've been hoodwinked by your board, and there's nowhere to
No, but I
hide.
know
it.
this. No, but I know this. I know that we could have gone out there and spent 100 million on 11 players. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? We could have bought 11 100 million pound players. We
No,
know
no,
that.
no. Not even that. Bought ready-made talent. That's
Yeah,
going to
I
challenge for the league.
completely agree. We could have done that. Yeah, we should have done that. That's
So
been one of my biggest arguments. We should have done that. But even still, when you look at still what's happening now, how can we complain when we're still turning out a profit?
Like Brighton, exactly. Big profit. Brighton are a profit machine.
Brighton ain't winning nothing.
Doesn't matter, bro. You're not winning the league. All them
Okay, we like Brighton. What does that achieve? What does that achieve? What are you like then? Southend, because you ain't making no money.
we are making money though, but that's not what I'm not bragging about. You're the one that's bragging about it.
You know what I
bro.
mean? Like, who are you then? Southend, Brighton, Dagenham
No.
Redbridge, because you make no money.
You are bragging about it. You're saying it like it should be celebrated. I am not.
Why
here
shouldn't it?
celebrating-
You would love your club to do the exact same thing, would you not?
I've already
No.
You
told
know
you.
your
No.
second highest
No.
your second highest sell in your club's history is Nicholas Anelka.
Boys,
I
how-
beg you go and
that
search.
is
I beg you go and search
crazy.
how long ago that
Guys,
was.
you know what's so funny? I hope Enzo's still here, but I'm saying it now. Times have really changed. Chelsea are the ones that are bragging about doing business, numbers, accountant, FC. Times have changed now. Me, I'm here saying I want us to win the league, and this guy's bragging about the Europa Conference League and the business and the profit that they're turning off. How
ain't
times
gonna
have
lie.
changed.
Case, all I heard was PSR and all of this and la la
How
la.
times have changed. It's
Listen,
embarrassing.
I'll clip it. All of your clubs are going to be doing the same thing in the next couple of years.
You want to know something, guys? I hope
Go on.
Manchester United don't go down that road
Thank
because
you.
it doesn't work.
What? Signing youngsters,
This is scary,
long
man.
contract,
Rising
low
wages.
wages.
Listen,
Case,
it doesn't
That's the
work.
model, yeah. And
Listen.
obviously, we go over the top. And we just fucking sign millions of players. Listen, I know. Even I said, look, we sign way too many players. I've said it so many times that we don't need to. Some of these players, I'm just like, why are we signing them? We've got about another squad in Strasbourg.
Bro,
You know what I mean? Half of our
listen,
squad
you
is in
guys,
Strasbourg. I don't know why we signed so many players.
You
But the
still got
only
Raheem
reason that
Sterling
they
on your
do
book.
it is because they're trying to flip money that we can spend. And if it means that we can spend big on players, then okay, I don't mind it. My biggest issue, like, let's do it this way then. How do you rate? How do I rate Chelsea's window? The signings that we made this season, none of them excited me. None of it. Even João Pedro didn't excite me. The lap I actually wanted, so I was happy with that one. Didn't mind that one.
About Gittins.
Gittins didn't excite me. Just like, why aren't we going for like a Rodrigo? Do you know what I'm saying? Why aren't we going for these players right now?
Do you want me to be honest? Gittins is overrated.
Yeah.
The lad, he's not going to win you a league. He's not going to win you a Champions League. May win you a FA Cup. Who knows? Who else you signed? João Pedro. One. Meh. He doesn't win you a Champions League. He doesn't win you a league. Like, you aren't signing players who are actually going to make a difference to your football club, yeah, or your team on the pitch. If I'm being completely honest, this isn't a team who's going to go up against Liverpool. This isn't a team who's going to go up against a fresh Manchester City who seem frightening. If I'm being honest, I don't even think you guys are going to be Arsenal.
I don't disagree. I don't like even like them signings.
Look at that.
Hold on a second. Wait a
Look at
second.
that.
So why we
But
so
the reason why it doesn't bother me is because I know that we can sell them for money. So like we don't lose nothing.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But
okay, I
I'm
finally
not
get
like
it.
in terms of like when you're right in saying that the next part of Chelsea's success needs to be going to win a title. You're right. What I'm trying to say is that where the club has moved from, obviously, since Bowley and Cohen that took over, fucked up the third season, we have to wipe that one off. That was shit, yeah? They've sorted out the financial side of things. The next thing needs to follow is the success. We need that success.
Wait. Hold on, Case. But did you say to me the other day that we're living in your market?
You are. You are. Like I said to you, if we get Garnacho, it's going to be 35 million. It ain't going to be 50.
Nah, it better be 50.
No,
Why did you say that?
Stan, I'll be real with you. It's not going to be 50.
It's going to be 50.
Even Kofi knows.
Do you want me to be honest, yeah? If Ineos are the people I think they are, I don't think Garnacho's going anywhere. Because if I feel like if Chelsea don't come up to 50, I don't think Ineos are willing to take that L because he's still got another 3 or 4 years left on his deal. So they'll rather. I feel no. Think about it.
No L,
I feel like,
there's no L because there's no market for him because he's not going to play, right? You've already shot yourself in the foot by saying he's not part of the plan. And if
but hold on. What I'm saying is this: he will blink before you. If Ineos are who I think they are, he will blink before United do, simply because he's gonna get to January and be like, if he's still at United and be like, okay, I need to go play football because it's the World Cup year.
How much did you pay for him?
We got like 1 million for a youth player.
Bro, so then it's a profit. You win either whatever you sell him for.
Yeah.
No, listen, it's not even about that now. It's about maximizing for United. It's about
Value.
maximizing that.
I agree with you.
You can't maximize his value.
We can.
Bro, from when you have said that he's not part of the plan, you have.
Do you know why we can't? No, wait. The reason why we can maximize it is because there's proof there that other teams are willing to sign him, and
So
I think they have bidded for him. Bayern have come in for him. Newcastle have come in for him. Villa have come in for him. He said no.
Yeah, no. But my point is, for how much?
Huh?
So what I'm saying is, clubs are willing to sign him, but he wants to go to Chelsea because he's a child and thinks if I come up against Man United in the league,
that devalues him as well.
Yeah,
because he turned down all these clubs saying, I ain't going to these clubs.
No, but what I'm saying is this, yeah. If Ineos are turning around and being like, okay, cool, like Chelsea aren't going to come up and we don't want to go down, so you're just going to rock for the next 3 years.
No, but I don't. Do you know what? I don't think they want to do that now, and the reason why I say that is because
have you seen his salary?
No, but what I'm saying is they offloaded Rashford.
Yeah.
They're trying to offload Sancho. I think they're trying to get rid of Garnacho. They're trying to. I don't think they're trying to hold on to these players anymore. I think it's all part of your sorting out.
Yeah, I get that, but
your side of things.
Garnacho's on 50k a week.
Yeah, it's nothing.
He's on exactly. He's not. So he could actually, because at the moment he doesn't train with the first. He doesn't. He trains at 6 p.m. when everyone's gone home.
Oh wow.
Like he doesn't train until there's no one left at Carrington. Like it doesn't matter. Like he's not even disrupting the
United
team.
have
anymore.
leverage. You
Huh?
wait. You think United have leverage?
No, what I'm saying is this: United aren't, and they shouldn't. If Ineos are who they say they are,
Brother, they're not. They're not.
He is not leaving for anything less than 50. Whether it's
Brother.
40 plus 10 and add-ons, whether it's 35 with 15 add-ons, that deal will say 50.
Football manager. This is football manager talk, bro. This isn't real life.
Okay, we'll see, bro. We'll see.
Because 35 million is a win for Manchester United. Like you're saying it like.
Kofi, stop saying that. No, it's not.
No. When I say it's a win, I'm talking about with PSR. Because if you're talking about Ineos spending 100 million on Belieber, again, all of these things matter. Like whichever way you want to look at it, that's just the way football is.
Yeah, but look, Garnacho also has to sit there and say to himself, my contract expires in 2028. Yeah. If I'm here come September the 1st and Chelsea haven't signed me, in January, I have to do whatever it takes to leave. Simply because it's the World Cup season, bro.
But do you think that we'd come in then and offer 50 million in January? We go, no, we want 35.
Exactly.
No. But what I'm saying is this: if Chelsea back out, he on September the 1st, no matter who it is, he's going to be like, "Come and get me." I only want to go to Chelsea. It's going to change really, really quickly to whoever's after me, come to me now. But yeah, shout out to Eze. I said a couple of weeks ago, it was done to Arsenal. Everybody started panicking, saying that, Eze is going to Spurs. Bro, I didn't say nothing. He's going to Arsenal. It's been done for God knows how long. But now, obviously, the hand's been full. Shout out to him. I think it's a shit move.
I'm going to be honest with you, Randy. You know what Garnacho think? I think this is what's going to happen. Chelsea are playing the Moneyball game, and they're going to sign Garnacho for 35 million, and then they're going to sell him for 60.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think they're going to do.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Yeah.
United have no leverage whatsoever, but it's a win for them. Like 35 million is fair value. Why is he worth 50
It's
million?
not fair value.
It's fair value because you forced him out the club, bro. It's not like he is a player that wants to be like you publicly made it public.
Kofi, wait, sorry, what we forced you?
No, Stan. When I say you forced him at the club, Amorim, and this is Randy's words, Amorim said that these are the players that I want. It's already out there that Amorim has also said he's not part of my plans. So this is just what happens, bro. It's like I think United have come
to be fair, Garnacho put himself in that area.
It's not about the blame, bro. It's not about. This isn't about blame. This is just about reality of what's happened.
Oh no. Garnacho should blame himself.
You see, look, this is your emotions coming out.
Listen. No, it's the truth. It's the truth. You at a club like Manchester United, you don't go and criticize the manager after a cup final, especially after
You're right, Randy.
last 15-20 minutes.
You're right. Why don't
his brother though?
Consequences?
No, it was him. Garnacho come out and made a statement.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Chelsea fans have been like a bit cautious about that.
Yeah, he's a brat.
No, I get it. The only thing for me is the guy's got 90 plus appearances in the Prem. If we can get him for 35 mil, I wouldn't be too fussed with that because I know that we can sell him.
You want to know what's very funny? This is no different from the Rashford thing because Rashford is left on his contract still as well, and he went.
Wait, what are you saying? What are you saying?
Rashford. It's no different to the Rashford thing. Rashford had years left on his contract. Good player. There's a lot of value there, but unfortunately, the situation was what it was, and Barcelona got a bargain. This is what it's going to be with Garnacho. It's no different, bro.
Hold on, it's massively different.
Why?
Because finished, man.
Pardon?
Rashford was on like 300k a week.
Yeah, that's why it's
no. What I'm saying is with Garnacho, he's been forced out the team, as in like publicly. When I say forced out, the manager has said he's not part of my plan. When a manager says that, we know what it means in football.
Yeah.
Hold. Yeah, no. We know that. Yeah, we know that, right? But for me, Garnacho made the first move
Yeah.
after a cup final and
Randy.
come out and said, "Yo, Rashford didn't say none of that."
Randy,
Rashford has never said that I don't want to
Randy,
play for Man United.
Randy, you're missing the point. I am not saying that Garnacho is right for doing it, that it makes sense. I'm saying there's a consequence to what he's done, and the perception, unfortunately, is that Manchester United don't want him anymore. He's transfer listed. Chelsea see an opportunity to arbitrage on his transfer. They're going to sign him, and then they're going to platform him and then sell him on for profit. There's no risk to Chelsea, really. There isn't.
I think he's going to go deadline day, though. I think it's going to be one of them ones where, because Jackson's linked with Villa as well, yeah? And we've been in for Morgan Rogers.
Oh, fuck off. No,
so
that's impossible.
I think if we're not going to get what we want, Garnacho, I don't know, actually.
Case,
this is me being hopeful. I'm not going to lie. Because I think they're too set on Garnacho. I think they want Garnacho. That's it. We're going to get Garnacho. But I'm kind of hoping. I'm hoping that they want Jackson and Morgan Rogers is in that deal.
You're crazy. That's actually.
I said I'm hoping. That's what will happen. But I know they're going for Garnacho. I know they want Garnacho.
What about Javi? I thought you guys linked to Javi Simons.
Yeah, apparently that's still going on in the background.
The problem with Leipzig
got to get rid of Nkunku to bring him in.
Leipzig are hard negotiators, man. These guys will not budge. If there's a bidding war, they're gonna try and rape you on price. We saw it with
I agree with Casey. That's definitely FM talk.
Yeah, 100%. That's Case, yeah, doing FM and saying, let me speak this into existence.
We've been. Yeah, I said I was hopeful, but we've been linked with him from January.
So have we were. But
do you know what it is about Villa? Yeah,
new news.
I don't think Villa have had the window to let Rodgers go.
They haven't signed anyone.
Exactly. So why would they let one of their best players go?
I don't think they'll get rid of him. They got rid of Jacob Ramsey the other day, didn't they?
Yeah, and that's because they had to, because of PSR.
Yeah, I think that's the only sticking point for them. They might need to sell. But they're trying to bring in Jackson on a loan deal, and I think I don't know. Like I said, I'm hopeful that we could bring in a Rodgers or something, but no, I think they're set on Garnacho.
You know what's funny? Jackson's situation is the same as Garnacho. Jackson is like
exactly the same.
That he's not. They put a value out. No one bid on it, and they flirted with he's not part of our plan. The manager kind of said it. So
yeah,
I feel like Jackson and Garnacho is different.
Yeah, because bro, 80 million. Chelsea need to learn that.
No, but bro, what I'm saying is the fact that they're even talking about letting him go with a loan with obligation to buy means that Chelsea know they don't have leverage. They don't have leverage.
Well, they don't have leverage because they're asking for £80 million.
80 is too much.
No, bro. The reason people are talking about loans is because, again, no one wants to pay any money for Jackson right now.
Yeah, because they want £80 million. I think Newcastle would go in for him. I think Villa would go in for him. No. But £80 million is undoable, bro.
Chelsea,
that's why they're asking for a loan with obligation.
Not what they want, man.
I do think if it gets to deadline day and Villa ain't got someone and Newcastle ain't got someone.
But they ain't paying 80 million, bro.
Well, I think Newcastle are getting Whistler.
Yeah, I think that too. And I'm saying it here. Isak stays at Newcastle.
You reckon, yeah? But he ain't gonna play. He ain't gonna play. There's no way he can play.
Isak stays, and if we play him after the international break, he'll be back at the club.
I agree. I think I agree with
Isak.
I think Liverpool is done. I think it's already been done for ages.
He's going. That one's done, man.
Listen, I could be wrong here, but the only reason I say it, is simply because of the way they dropped that statement yesterday, and the Saudis don't really need the money, bro. Like 150 M's is like, just give us the 150 M's, bro.
Who? Newcastle?
Yeah, that's what they're asking for. 150. Give us 150. They're like,
the thing is, they're for PSR. They got issues because they don't generate enough revenue.
Yeah, that's why they want the 150.
So they can't spend their money, which is, I was arguing with a Newcastle fan online the other day, and he's basically saying that the top six is unfair, it benefits them. But I was like, the problem with your club is you don't generate enough revenue because your club's not big enough, you ain't got enough fans. Like, your stadium's great, but you're not on the marketing side of things, you're not doing very well. You're not selling players. This is why I like what Chelsea are doing financially, because it helps us with this PSR nonsense. But overall signings, I'm not massively impressed with who we've signed. We sign players on a project basis. Do you know what I mean? That we hope are going to develop into Cole Palmers. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, I'll say it, man. Isak stays for another season and then goes to United next season.
Man United. That's not going to. That's not happening.
No, sorry, that's my intrusive thoughts. But I feel like it goes to Barcelona. I feel like it goes to Barcelona next year.
I think he's going Liverpool. I think that one's done.
Hey, what are you saying, John, for Chelsea? Where you guys finishing the season?
Where are we finishing?
Yeah.
Good question.
I tell you what, we'll get to that in a minute. When we discuss the first couple of games, we're nearly done on the signings. I just want to round it up with, how do you think your club, Man United fans, how do you think your window has actually gone so far? It's not finished yet. How do you think it's gone so far?
Not too bad so far. Yeah.
I think you're 2 signings away from having an amazing window.
Yeah, goalkeeper and a 10 out of 10.
Belieber and a goalkeeper.
Can I ask you a question? So, based on what you just said, Case, what this amazing window, what is that supposed to translate into?
What, in terms of where they finish?
Yeah, because when you say amazing,
well, the thing is, I don't expect them to go and win the league straight away after making all these signings. I don't expect most clubs to do that.
No, of course. No,
But I expect it to be the fact, like you said, the foundations to hopefully push on. That's why I don't think Chelsea are gonna win the league, but I think we're starting to set foundations in the team to help us push on to everything that you've been doing over the last 6 years. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't mean but I don't even mean that as banter. Like, that's what Arsenal have done over the last 6 years. They've set themselves up. They're now competing. The next step for them is to win the league. But to do that, they've got to be better than Liverpool and they've got to be better than Manchester City. Last season was the perfect opportunity and you fouled.
Promoted, man.
And I think Man United, if they get a goalkeeper and they get Belieber, I think they're going to be putting themselves in a very good position to.
A Belieber. Yeah. It's been a good time.
All right, boys. So I need to jump off. I need to make my way home. I'm leaving the office. But
didn't even know he was at work.
No.
Where do you think you're going to finish? Let me know, Randy, before you go.
We will finish. We're going to finish above Arsenal in 4th place.
Yeah.
You're going for 4th, yeah?
Finish above Arsenal in 4th place.
Wow.
Jeez. No. Are you being serious?
Being serious.
Wow. Okay.
Finish above Arsenal in 4th place. I think Arsenal finished in 5th.
Wow. Randy, come on.
Where you got Chelsea finishing then?
6th.
Okay, no, man. Go on, what's your top? Go on. Who wins?
Who wins the league this year?
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool.
Man City.
2nd?
Liverpool.
3rd?
Nottingham Forest.
Fuck off. Go on. Just go home.
Nah, you know something? I'll give it to United, and then I'll go Arsenal, and Chelsea. Actually,
You think you're going to finish 3rd?
Yeah.
That is a massive. That's 12 places, you know.
That's got nothing to do with anything, bro.
12 place. Kofi, what do you think about that? Come on. Was you listening, sorry?
He's silenced once. But yeah. I think based on the schedule, Onana goes. Only thing is Onana goes to AFCON, so we got Bayern there, whatever his name is. DCF.
Yeah, so there's Mbeumo.
Oh yeah, we lose Mbeumo too for a bit. If we sign Belieber, we lose him too. But same time, Arsenal will have an injury or two. They got Champions League too. The schedule's a lot heavier.
Oh yeah, you're not in any Europe, are you?
Yeah, so we're playing one game a week.
For your benefit, yeah, I agree with that.
So that's what I'm basing it off. Playing one game a week. If we go on a cup run, cool. Again, it's still one game a week, unless it's Carling Cup. You might have to play like a Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. But I feel like you use that for the kids. Yeah, if we sign a midfielder and a keeper, definitely top three. On a weekly basis schedule, it's not the worst. Our business at the moment has been 10 out of 10. Just bring me a strike on a midfielder and a goalkeeper, and we're all good. And a right back, because Dalot, I think.
Yeah, suspect.
Yeah, very, very suspect, man. But, I think Ahmad will do a job there when it comes to the attacking wise. But other than that, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's a good.
You got high hope.
This has been fun, gents. I'll catch up with you guys in a bit.
Stay in the comments, man. Watch it and then stay in the comments.
Please,
Cheers, right?
Yeah. In a bit. Thanks for jumping on, bro. All right, let's get to it then. So we've rated our windows. Next up is the fixture list. Well, hold on. What do you think about other clubs' windows, to be fair? Because that's going to have a massive impact on where everybody finishes. Who do you think's had the best window this season so far?
I think Liverpool.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think Liverpool, personally. Obviously, signing Wirtz, signing Kirkes, signing... Obviously, Frimpong not the greatest, but obviously Frimpong a decent replacement for Trent. Ekitike, look at me, forgot about him.
He looks like a player, by the way. He looks like a player.
Last Friday, very impressed with the way he plays, the way he was coming in. Yeah, so I think so far, I'll say Liverpool. But the Man City are not too far behind as well, because that Reinders as well is a baller. Turkey. But I think Liverpool so far, they've...
City ain't made any signings. They've just signed Reinders in...
Is that it? Just those two?
Yeah, all the rest was in January, wasn't it? Oh, and Turkey. Reinders and Turkey, wasn't it?
And Ait Nouri. Sorry, I stepped away for a second.
Ait Nouri, yeah. So 3 signings. Do you know what? I'd like to think that Chelsea would get to that point where we can only make a signing here and there. We don't need to do what we're doing all the time.
I'll be real with you. It's diabolical that you're not already at that point when you've signed 57.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you on that sense. I do agree with you that it's taking...
I saw something that said the last signing that Chelsea made, based on that number, Arsenal's equivalent was, I feel like it was like...
Oh, was it like how many... Who was that 40-something signing or something? Yeah. Yours was like, I know what you mean.
About 47 signings for Arsenal.
I saw one to do with Man United, and it was like Herrera was theirs or something.
Yeah. I think Arsenal's might have been Lacazette or something. Or...
No, I get it. I get... Yeah, the amount of money we've spent and where we are, you'd expect us to be a lot further. But then, in the same token, Arteta spent $1 billion.
Yep, and he's a lot further than you guys are. And
Man United have spent how much?
Arteta's got value for money, I'd say. We have one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah.
Quite comfortable. So when people say Arteta spent $1 billion, he needed to spend $1 billion to get to, like, from how bad our team was to where it is now. We literally have one of the best teams in Europe. No one can argue that.
Yeah, no. The thing with Chelsea is just like,
your team is
not. You can judge it now and go, you're fucking mad. But like, in 5 years' time, you might be sitting there going, this is the thing that Chelsea fans hold on to, by the way. In 5 years' time, we could be sitting there going, wow, what a good plan that was. Do you know what I mean? We've got 5 players here or 6, 7 players here that are absolute world beaters that we signed 7 years ago. Do you know what I mean? We could have like a full squad of absolutely ridiculous players because we brought them in early. That's what we're hoping of. That's what I think they're trying to do.
Let's do this.
Let me rephrase that. That's what I hope they're trying to do. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense to me either. It's just about them making money.
Let's do this, yeah? Let's compare what you guys are doing to what Arteta has done and use it as a benchmark, right? Just like more so from the eye test and just what we've seen of Arsenal. Forget the results and all of that, but like what we've seen as far as the overall Arsenal project. By year 2, Arteta had already finished second, right? And we challenged for the title. Even though we didn't win it, nobody actually had us down as challenging for the title.
In year 2?
Yeah, in year 2.
Didn't you finish 8th?
No, as in he's like the second year, because remember he came in partway through the season.
Yeah.
So like year 2 is technically season 3.
Oh, like when you mentioned his face, isn't it?
Yeah, the phases. Because remember, because
so you're all right. I thought in his first season he finished 8th.
Yeah. So first
second season finished 6th, wasn't it? Something like that.
Yeah. Then that's second season, but that's technically the second year, full year. So by that point, right, when he had his full second year, we accidentally challenged for the title.
Yeah.
So when you talk about Arsenal and Arteta and the money that he spent, that money has.
Oh wait! You finished 8th the season you won the FA Cup, yeah?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
No, I'm sure you didn't. I'm sure Arteta full first season he finished 8th.
Let me see. Oh no, you're right. It was 8th,
6th,
6th, and then
I don't know after that. I don't know.
Second. That was when we
second, yeah.
I think the 2022-2023 season was when we finished second.
When you finished second, yeah.
That was COVID.
No, it can't have been because
it was the 2021. No, yeah. Huh?
Weren't it third?
2022-2023 is when Arsenal finished second.
Well, the last 3 years you finished second.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Yeah. So the point that I'm making, right, is like, again, if we like just look at the project, forget because we're just talking about the actual team and if they're good enough, and the league is the best benchmark for that.
Yeah.
You could see straight away that what Arteta was doing was working by the fact that we jumped straight to second and have consistently been finishing there. With the money and the players that you guys have brought in, part of it you can say is the board's fault, right? In that, like, they're having a high turnover of players, they're going Moneyball platform, whatever it is. But then the other part is the manager is in that environment and the manager is expected to perform knowing full well. In the same reason that if Arteta gets sacked, we can't say it's the board. He knows what it is, and that's the conditions. So as much as you want to compare Arteta and Arsenal and where we're at, I think you should be using that as a benchmark to say, fuck, are we actually a better team in the whole grand scheme of other teams out there with what we've spent? I don't think you can even remotely say that.
Not in terms of spending. No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm not in denial with that.
So when people use the £1 billion reference for Arteta, bro, that £1 billion has been well spent. We might not have won the league, but the team is
the only difference is obviously he's spent it over a longer period of time.
Exactly.
Ours was done very quickly, but our signings haven't necessarily been signings that go straight into our first team 11. A lot of them signings have been shipped out on loan straight away. Yeah. Some of them have been sold already.
The ones that have gone in haven't necessarily shown that they are good enough and will still be there if it comes to you challenging for the league.
So you don't think Palmer, Caicedo, Lavia?
We can't, bro. Stop mentioning Lavia. Stop. We can't mention these potential people because Lavia's been injured. He's been injured all the time. So we can't mention Lavia. We can't. Why? As much as you spent 100 million on him, but he has not shown.
I'm saying we can't mention Timber because he don't play enough. I
can mention Timber. He's played. Timber's played more games. He's played way more games than Lavia. How many games has Lavia played?
I don't even know.
Has Lavia played double figure games for Chelsea? Started 90 minutes, double figures. I don't
know. I can't tell you. I don't know how many games he's played. I'd have to search it.
There we go. That I rest my case. So you cannot compare Timber. But no, I'm not saying that Lavia can't be that player. I'm just saying that Lavia can't be in that conversation because he hasn't been able to play through misfortunes, whatever it is.
At Chelsea, because at Southampton, he played the most minutes as a youngster.
But it doesn't matter, bro. Jadon Sancho was a wonder kid at Manchester City.
No, but when we've seen Lavia play, there's no way that you're sitting there going, he ain't good enough.
No.
You know what I mean?
Let's stick to facts. He hasn't played for Chelsea. We don't know.
Let me get this up. Let me find out.
No, but case I know you know, because that's why you're like, I don't even. What? Okay, tell me this. What was Lavia's best performance for Chelsea? Tell me the game. You can't tell me because I know he hasn't even played.
No, I can't.
This is the point I'm making. It's not a criticism of Lavia, bro. It's just
you're missing the point that I'm trying to make, that he's good enough to take us there. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, he's not. No.
Like, because you could say, oh, well, you can't include Reece James in that conversation either. But he had a good season last year.
No, please. We can say we think he's good enough. He hasn't played yet. It's like people say to me that Gyökeres is going to bang at Arsenal. We can't say that. We don't know that.
But Kofi, even though he hasn't played a lot of games because of injuries, Lavia, the games that I've seen him play, he's been impressive.
He's played 16 games for Chelsea. That's all he's played.
No. 90. I want to hear the 90 minutes, not played. Come on a bench. 90 minutes. Because
I can't fucking tell you that.
if we are use transfer market, if we are talking about a player that, if we're talking about a player that is
Not
injury
many.
prone, then we got big problems, bro. We're saying he hasn't played because he's injured, and he's been.
Not many. He didn't play a full 90 last year.
This is my point. So that's why I'm saying we can't.
Yeah.
Like Fofana's a great example, bro. Injury prone. Unfortunately, he's had a bad. Like the guy had so much prospect. I really rated him, but it hasn't worked at Chelsea because of injuries. It's been injuries. That's the main reason.
In a bit, DCF, have a good one, bro.
Please, DCF, I need to know who you support, man, because last
He's
time.
a Chelsea fan.
It makes sense because he was getting on to me last time. He was getting on to me last time. You see? But no, so Case, let's take I say Lavia out of it. I think it's unfair to put him on there because unfortunately he hasn't played.
I look at it from a talent perspective. It's like saying Reece James, you know. Reece James is we haven't seen much of him in the last 2-3 seasons. Last year we managed to see a lot of him. You wouldn't have included him in it. It's just if we can get Lavia fit.
Yeah.
Case, can we have
one of them players that you know what I'm saying? Like if you're talking about who they're signing, Lavia is a signing that you look at and go, okay, like he's good enough to push.
He's good enough,
but he's unfit. It's like Wesley Fofana. He's a good centre back, but he's just never fit.
Unfit. That's the problem. Yeah.
But that's the reality, right? So we can't say that it's worked. You know when we're talking about Baleba, it's a gamble, right? It's like you spend 100 million.
That's like every single signing. But when you actually look at Chelsea's 11, Rob Sanchez in goal, I think we need to improve that area. I've said that. Left back Cucurella, I think he's dead cert. I think he's the best left back in the Premier. I'm not even joking. I do. I think he's the best left back in the Prem, and you'll laugh. I might be biased. I think he's the best left back in the Prem. Centre back, Levi Cole. I think he was just coming into that role. I don't know how this injury is going to affect him now. I really don't. Yeah, I do. I agree. Who do you think it is? Don't say Kirkes. If you say Kirkes, you're just.
Case, I'm gonna be real with you, Case. Calafiori's better than Cucurella. I'll be real with you. If we're doing this whole potential thing,
no, he really ain't.
We can lean on.
I don't know what you've watched of him, but he ain't.
I can't agree with Kofi because Calafiori.
He's a donkey, mate.
He's not a donkey.
He can't defend.
Back in the league, no way.
Cucurella can't defend.
But to be fair, Cucurella hasn't improved. He hasn't improved though, especially last season. He improved a lot though.
He had a first season at Chelsea when everybody was shit. Do you know what I mean?
Can I say something, Case? Case and Pete. To your point, you're right. The guy improved. You're right. He improved. But what the fuck?
No, he didn't improve. He got back to his level. He got back to his level that he was at Brighton. Because we signed him at the time. He was the best left back in the Prem at Brighton. 100%.
Case, I've caught you again because this is really funny. But this is so funny because now you're saying that you got the best left back in the Premier League.
Yeah.
At title challenge. I want to start hearing because you've already listed Palmer.
No, Kofi, I've got you again. You know what you said about your injuries, you're not ready and all this, and you need a left winger. You said you needed a left winger before you could think about winning the league. I'm going to go through our club and I'm going to tell you why I don't think we're going to win. Not
to win, yes. Not to challenge. We don't need that to challenge.
You said you needed a left winger
to win the Premier League.
So I'm going to tell you why we're not going to... Look, I don't know whether we're going to challenge or not. I can't sit here and say we're going to challenge. I really don't know where we are. I'll be real with you.
I've been in your position. I know the cop-out.
I don't know where we are. I'll be honest with you. I'd like to say that we would challenge, but I don't know where we are. I need to see more games. Like, give me a couple more games and I'll probably go, I reckon we're going to challenge or not. But I don't know where we are. Because the Conference League, the Club World Cup, we played one game in the Club World Cup, which was PSG, where we looked amazing. They're all little, they're not games that you should really be judging for the Premier League. Look at that. We come up against Palace, I think Palace are a good side and going to do really well this season, but I don't think you can judge Conference League, which is just a walkthrough, Club World Cup, which was a walkthrough up until the final, on where we're going to finish in the Premier League. I need to see more games in the Premier League. Our pre-season looked all right. We looked like we was playing well. I'd like to think that we would challenge, but I just think when you look at our squad, like I said, Rob Sanchez, we haven't addressed that position. I think we should have. Cucurella, you know my thoughts on Cucurella. Levi Cole, I thought was just coming into like some form and starting to really like take that position and make that position his own. He come under a lot of criticism like at points of the season last year, but at the end of the season, and now that he's gone, Chelsea fans are going, "Fuck, we've lost Levi Cole." So we haven't got a left centre back really. So I don't know what we're doing there. We need to go in the market and get another centre back. I've always said that we need to get a right centre back because I don't think.
Oh yeah, it's confirmed. Yeah, Eze.
It's done. Yeah.
Case, can you give us the day we land?
Yeah, Kofi.
There we land. There we land. No way. Has that been done? Yeah.
Everybody was laughing at Arsenal. Let's see now. But we still need more. But it's not about us. We still need more. It's not enough. If we've lost Havertz, it's 1 in, 1 out. It's still not enough.
You sure it's definitely done though? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
here we go.
Fabrizio announced it.
Fabrizio.
And he's a tapping merchant.
No
that guy's
way.
a tapping merchant.
No, Fabrizio is a bit of a. The guy's he can be.
No, but he's a tapping merchant.
He's a tapping. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. So he's probably doing. Let me get it in now first. He did one the other day. Who did he do it to? And the guy said, "Oh, Akanji, done it to Akanji." Said Akanji signed for Galatasaray, and he tweeted, "What are you talking about? No, I haven't." Here we go. Breaking Eberechi Eze to Arsenal. Here we go. Verbal agreement in place between all parties. Nothing's changed there. I'm not joking. That's been done for months.
Yeah,
the verbal agreement has been done for months.
Tottenham fans, their head must be.
No, I agree. I agree.
No, but this is bollocks. This is not a here we go moment yet. It's not done yet.
No. But Arsenal were negotiating with Palace about a week ago on the payments and all of that. Then they just didn't follow up. But now, obviously, Havertz has forced their hand.
Right.
So it's pretty much done. Like there was the reason it's moved quick is because there was.
Oh no, yeah. Sorry, the one underneath that, Crystal Palace accepted the bid.
Yeah, it was a
that one.
It was a payment structure.
It's done then. Fucking hell.
My club is finished because we're still back to square one. No.
Right. How are you finished now? You've just signed Eze.
No, because we're back to square one. We were scared, right? And said that we don't have enough depth because of injuries. Thank God this injury happened when it did, because if the window had shut, we'd be fucked.
Do you know what?
So
Actually, I think Kofi's right. I think if Havertz didn't get injured, I don't
think we weren't going in for him.
I see what you said. What we were saying last week. You're just in out.
Yeah, bro.
Not really adding.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying, but that's good.
Proof,
listen,
right?
this is a signing that I think is going to give you a little bit more of an edge.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll say, right, is that the only reason this really makes me happy in my heart, is because that fraud of a guy in our number 10, Eze should just snatch the shirt from him, because I'm gonna be real with you. That guy, his days are numbered, and Max Dalman is his OG.
I'm not gonna lie, this Eze signing,
Okay,
that's a good signing, man.
It's a very good signing.
But it's not enough to win the league, bro.
It's a very, very good signing.
Right, you still don't think this is supposed to be a Man United stream, by the way. We're just talking about Arsenal.
We're the biggest, you know what it is? Because you man really know, that we are very close to really being annoying. But we're our own worst enemy.
You are. You've been close for the last 3 seasons. Last season, no, not last 3. Last year you wasn't. You weren't close.
Yeah.
But the 2 before that, last season you should have won the league. That was your time to win the league. And if you don't win the league from now on, you will look back at it and go, that was the season that we should have won it.
But Case, as it stands right now, and this is why I'm saying, like, for Man United to be cautious with this whole spending 100 million on Baleba thing, because unfortunately for them, we've seen them do this with players that have great potential.
That's the real deal. Kofi, what you're saying there is absolutely spot on, and that's the reason why I'm also a little bit cautious as well about it, because as much as Baleba's young, he's very talented. We've had a track record of doing this.
We saw United turn on Paul Pogba, bro. And the ability is undeniable there. It's undeniable.
That there's a track record of this, and we spent a lot of money, and there's a track record of this. That's where I'm like, but again,
the thing is though, the expectation then when under Pogba was a lot different to it would be under with Belieber now.
Yeah, exactly.
No, because you want to know something. One thing as fans here, we are very, very, very fickle to forget when things are going right, and this is how I see it playing out for Man United. They sign Belieber, they get gingered for 10 games, and then a couple of injuries set in, and it all falls apart. And very quickly, it then becomes United spent 100 million. Bro, as a Chelsea fan,
Chelsea had it with Caicedo. Chelsea had it with Enzo.
Exactly. But the difference is with you guys, you persisted and you got out of it. With Man United, it's very different, bro. It's very, very different. They have not been able to shake this thing because of the expectation.
What happened to Anthony, by the way?
I think he's going to Real Betis permanently. I think.
No, apparently Betis are like not putting up the money. So Man United are trying to force him to go other places, but he's like, no, it was even Stan that was telling me this.
I see.
I can't believe Eze's gone, man.
He's gone to Arsenal, bro.
I'm going to be real.
Trying to sign Nathan Ake.
Lucky for you guys.
Everton trying to get Nathan Ake.
Crazy. He's beneath. They're beneath him, man. I'll be real. That's a bad move for him, man. He might as well go to Saudi or something.
I don't know, man.
Spurs have had a stinker, you know.
Yeah,
because all of last week
trying to get Whistle.
They could have sealed it last week. They could have sealed the deal last week before this injury happened. And Levy didn't want to dip into his pocket, and now it's stung him again, and he's lost out on the signing that he wanted. I can't wait to see the reaction of Spurs fans.
Yeah,
you know what I read today? I read today that apparently Newcastle reached out to Bayern Munich to try and sign Harry Kane.
Who?
Newcastle reached out to Bayern Munich to try and sign Harry Kane.
Is it?
But apparently Harry Kane turned it down and said next season. This season he doesn't want to. Yeah, and he's got a release clause of about like 50 million.
One of the three.
Listen to this one from David Ornstein. You know Julio Enciso from Brighton?
Yeah.
He's going to sign for Strasbourg, but to be viewed as a long-term Chelsea player. If we don't sign them, Strasbourg are signing them just to line them up for. We've got like our squad is Strasbourg, Chelsea, the 45 players in Chelsea, wherever many there is, plus the fucking 45 that we've got in Strasbourg as well. We're like a fucking player farm.
Yeah, I'll be real with you. If, like I said, the realization will set in for you Chelsea fans in a similar way for Arsenal, in that when you start to realize that there's not really an ambition to win the league, to like push you to do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
Stinks.
There's a lot of Chelsea fans that are on that wave already. There's a lot of them that like talk about how it's all about profit. They only want to finish in fourth place because it's all about profit. I get that side of the argument, but for me, I can't have that. Like I did a lot of that last season when we weren't achieving what we were supposed to be achieving, but because we achieved what we wanted to achieve plus more, I can't complain. So I'm not in a position now. I think it's too early for me to sit here and go, no, they're just doing this for profit.
It's
funny, I can speculate. I can speculate and go, oh, they're only doing this for profit, like everybody else. They might be right, but I'm not going to do that until I've got. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to do that.
You've got the energy and the kind of the recency bias of the Club World Cup and
exactly. I can't sit here and go, well, hold on a minute. How can I keep dissing what they're doing when they've just done everything that we asked for?
No, because now I think you're at that point. You're going to realize, and this happened with Arsenal with the FA Cup. You're going to realize.
Yeah, but the thing is though, Cove, the difference is if we don't start to push on for the league, it won't that will not last long. It won't be a yearly acceptance of we finished in fourth. Yeah, well done, and we won a trophy. It don't run like.
Never been here before.
Why Chelsea and Arsenal are completely different.
Case, I can tell you
not run like that with our family.
No. Case, I can tell you're new here. You know that meme, yeah, with the guy with the rope and he's hanging himself. He's about to get hung, and he turns and says, "Your first time." You don't know about American owners. Ask Arsenal.
No,
Man
I
United
do know about American owners,
about
and
American
that's one of the
owners.
worries. I am because I'm worried. I've seen it happen at Arsenal. I've seen it happen at Man United.
Even
I know
Liverpool fans,
exactly.
to an
Even at
extent.
Liverpool, we know
So-
exactly what American owners are like. They will bleed us dry if they get that. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm looking at our finances. Apparently, we're in quite a lot of debt now, which will kick in with a lot of interest.
Exactly. This
So
is what Americans do, bro. They
But
take
the only thing that I counter that with is when you look at the big squad that we do have, I feel like they're signing young players so that there is value in the future. So if they do need to pull out a lot of deals, they can sell a bunch of players for a lot of money to try and recoup a lot of their money. And if they, you know, they're not allowed to sell the club for 10 years as part of their contract. There's nothing to suggest that in 10 years' time they won't do that.
But Case, this is sounding like Arsenal, bro. 10 years. Now we're talking 10 years time. Yeah.
No, it ain't 10 years no more. It's 6 years. Do you know what I mean?
6 years. So again, you're gonna have to sit there for 6 years, yeah, of pain.
No, but it won't run like that. It won't run like that at the Chelsea. It might happen. It might happen, but the fan base will not have it. We won't be sitting there going, "Oh, we've achieved top 4 again. We've won a trophy." Yet, whoop-de-doo. We won't be doing that.
How has being a fan in an American-owned club been when your owners are bleeding you dry? And all this do you matter as a fan, as a Manchester United fan? Do they care what you think?
Is that coming to that?
No, but how have we been bled dry yet? We don't know. We haven't felt any effect of that because we're still signing players.
Case said that it won't happen to you guys because the Chelsea fans won't have it. And I said, Pete.
No, I didn't say that. I said it might happen, but it won't run with our Chelsea fan base.
No, okay.
You know how you were saying that we're going to have to wait 6 years without a trophy, and Chelsea fans ain't going to be sitting there going, "Oh, we've just got top 4 and we've won the FA Cup. It's a successful season."
You know what's funny?
We've probably got this. I reckon we've got this season to see where we are, and if we ain't competing or trying to win the league next season, there's going to be fucking murders.
But Pete, that's what I'm asking Pete.
Not murders, but you know what I mean.
Have United fans not been protesting for the last 10 years?
Yep.
So you think these Americans care? They don't care, brother. You'll still buy the shirt. You will still buy the shirt, and you'll still be on the street arguing with me.
Look, that might happen. I can't say it yet. That's what I'm trying to say. I cannot say it yet.
I've been there, man. I've been there.
But when you look at where we are, but when you look at where we are, yeah, they took over the club. They took over the club, yeah. Whole thing turned upside down, yeah. Year after we won the Champions League, everything turned around. Just adding that in there, by the way. Everything turned upside down, yeah. They fucked up the first season. That's evidently clear. Signed too many players, way too many issues. Got in a manager that weren't ready, nowhere near the level that should have been in the club, trying to sort out that mess. They spent the second season trying to sort out all of them issues. Did better than what was it? It was Poch after that, weren't it?
Yep. So
he did better than we missed out on fucking Champions League football because of Man United, weren't it?
Yep.
Winning the FA Cup, weren't it?
Yeah, against City, yep.
So we got from the start, which was shocking. They've made the board and the club have made small improvements. That's why my expectation for the club this year is they have to match or beat. No, not even match. They have to beat the points tally that we had in the last season that they took over the club, which was about 71 points, I think. They have to beat that to show progress. To show that since they've taken over the club, they're doing better.
The problem is, though, Case, I don't know if that. I don't necessarily agree with the whole beating the points tally thing because it's all subjective, right? Because if everybody does shit, like in the same way that Arsenal didn't get more points than we did the season before, but we finished in the same. So it's all with context, right? It's really about what we see, to be honest, and the league position.
Yeah, I agree with that. But can't you see from start of last season, we were playing really good football.
Mm-hmm.
We were competing. Let's be honest. We were competing. We didn't want to sit here and go, we're in a title race. I didn't either. I'm not going to lie, because I didn't think we were going to maintain it. But there were talks about us being in a title race, and a lot of people saying, you're in a title race. You're in a title race. That was last season. From a season prior to that, everybody's laughing that we're finishing 6th.
Yeah.
So it's like we have gradually
made some progress.
started to TK's in the chat. What are you saying, bro? You good?
TK,
Jump on if you can. Let him jump on. I'll send you the link.
You need to come and save Case.
What do you mean, send?
Because because the problem is, right? No. The problem is, and Pete can maybe talk to this. Again, as I said, how is this any different to, like, if we take the Club World Cup and the Europa Conference, trophies that don't really actually mean anything in the grand scheme of things, if we're talking in overall scale, you guys really are just a big platform.
No, but you were saying visually what we're seeing on the pitch. You don't think we haven't improved on the pitch?
No, I do, but bro, that wasn't hard. That wasn't hard though, bro. It's the same with Man United. Like, it's not hard to really do that, because you guys have been hard to beat since Poch was there. It was just the broad shit and the transition. Like, I saw that Chelsea were an annoying team from Poch with this mid-block shit. So for me, it's more like my biggest hope for Chelsea, which will be a worry for you, is these guys are money guys, man. Like, it's the same way I said, Arteta isn't getting sacked. He's walking. Because why the fuck would the board sack Arteta if he's finishing second and they're making crazy bread when they're not showing that they're there to invest the money that needs to be invested to really compete with City and Liverpool? And I think you guys might end up having the same thing, because American owners are like that. Like, they invested
money. It's all about money. It's all about getting money. I get it. I get that.
This isn't me bantering. Like, it's just a reality. Having been like an Arsenal fan and seen it with Man United as well, and also Liverpool had the same model. Like,
with even with what you're saying about Arsenal's owners, yeah, they've invested heavily for Arteta to get into the position that he's in now.
And he's overachieved.
There's no denying, yeah, since, who was it, his son took over, yeah? There's no denying that they haven't given Arteta the backing to do what he needs to do. He's had all the tools. He's had all the money.
But he hasn't.
He's giving him 250 million a season.
Yeah, no. Again, but if you're talking about from where Arsenal were and what needed to be done, at the very minimum, yeah, £1 billion had to be spent at the very minimum to even, like, bro, if I go through that Arsenal team, there's no way, yeah, if you can tell me, yeah, how Arteta could have spent that money with wages included to get Arsenal to where they are and actually win the league, I'd love to know it. And then my next question is, why has no one else done it? Why is it that only Manchester City and Liverpool, who had spent a lot of money, if we're taking out net spend, Liverpool have spent a lot of money as well. Nobody else has done it, bro.
Do you want to know the answer to that? The manager.
What do you mean?
The manager. That's the reason why they won the league.
No, I'll be real with you. I think it's Arsenal's incompetence.
You put Pep Guardiola in your team, he wins the league. Every single time he challenged, he wins that league.
I'll be real. I actually don't think so. I think Pep, unfortunately, we'll never be able to prove this, yeah, but Pep has always got what he wanted when it comes to money.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, but you put him in your Arsenal side, that manager in that Arsenal side, he wins the league.
But the problem is, I don't think Pep's not even taking the job, bro, because I don't think that Pep...
No, you can't... Don't twist it or move the goalpost.
No, I'm not.
The managers, we're just talking about the managers, yeah? Pep, even put Slot in that team, you win the league.
I'll be real with you. Slot's not winning the league with that.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Case. I don't know if Slot will win the league with Arsenal.
Because, again, Case, can I say something? Remember, when Manchester City get injuries, they go and spend 200 million. This is what I'm saying to you. You can't use...
When you get injuries, you go and spend 60 million. What are you talking about? You just bought Eze.
Oh, my God. But our squad was already short, though, Case. You
like... You've got an excuse. You've actually got an excuse for absolutely everything.
No, but Case
when are you just going to win the league? Like,
Pete, can I ask you a question? Pete, am I making an excuse? Are Liverpool and Manchester City not way more equipped to win the league than Arsenal? Okay, wait. Let me ask you the question.
No, they're
So
not.
you think Arsenal? Okay, so are Arsenal better than Liverpool and Manchester City?
I think you're at the level where you should be competing for them, and it
No,
can
no,
go
no.
either
Answer my
way.
question.
Yeah,
No.
You have to have a good season.
We are competing, but answer my question. So you put Arsenal as favourites for the league, yeah?
One off, yeah.
No.
But
See, look.
you're one of the favourites, but you're not the first favourites. But you're
Exactly.
You're not direct.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you can't win the league.
No.
But having said that, though,
The best team doesn't always win the league.
But Kate
is more than capable of winning the league. Absolutely.
But Pete, can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
Everybody and their dog, even a blind man could have told you, yeah, Saka was going to get injured, Saliba was going to get injured,
Yeah.
Havertz, and the board, like, it doesn't
Why
even take...
Why the board and not Arteta? He signed
Arteta,
5 goalkeepers in his
Arteta came out and said we
He
need Samuel
signed 5 goalkeepers. Look at the signings that you've made. That's him.
Arteta came out and said we need more signings.
Like you said, he hasn't signed a forward until Gyökeres. The whole time he's been at the club.
So is there any excuse this season if Arsenal win the Premier League? You've now got Eze, you've got Gyökeres.
Pete, I still don't believe we have enough to win the Premier League.
So
just because we're going to get injured.
What would you now need to win the league? Because obviously now
we need a left winger. We need a left winger. Trossard and Martinelli are fundamentally not good enough. Exactly, you're right. He plays Saka 90 minutes every game because there was no backup. Up until now, there was no backup.
So if you were to get a left winger, then you feel like you're well equipped to win the league. Then
if we sign a good enough left winger, because some would argue you'll be 3-0 up in the 60th minute. Because again, unfortunately, the problem with that is that you can't really, because there's no one else to come in.
This is his point. He's saying you can't blame the board for that. You've got to blame the manager.
Because he doesn't trust the team because there's not adequate depth. Who's Saka's deputy?
So why was he playing Ranieri and all that? I don't get it. I just really don't get it.
Brother, Ranieri's not ready, bro. He's not. Unfortunately, he's not. We're lucky that we've got talent on our hands, but you can see it. He's not. He even got injured. The sad thing is he got injured because you can see his body's not. Really...
I'm not being funny, yeah. Pep chucks in Rico Lewis, chucks in what's his name? The other one, O'Reilly. Played O'Reilly last season. Chucks in Oscar Bob. He chucks in these players and he gets them to do what he wants them to do.
But Case, Oscar Bob is not a player that just came out of nowhere. He was slowly integrated into Manchester City's team. These players were slowly integrated. And again, you do know that Oscar Bob was a wonder kid. He's not like just random. So again, Arsenal. Okay, let me ask you this here. Arsenal arguably have the 6th or 7th best left wing. There's multiple players that I could name in the Premier League that are better.
Yeah, but Kofi, this is where you do my nutting, because you don't have to have the best left winger, the best striker, the best right winger, the best 10, the best centre mids, the best left back, best centre back, the best right back, and the best goalkeeper to win the league. You need to just have a manager that can get all the jigsaws together. Look how we won the league with Antonio Conte, with Victor Moses as a right wing back.
So let's use your example. So then Chelsea should be challenging for the league this season then, based on what you've said.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think we should. I think that's too much of a leap, because I think Liverpool are ahead of us in where they are as a team. I think Man City are ahead of us where they are as a team. And I think Arsenal are ahead of us where they are as a team.
And our biggest issue is we don't have the depth, because unfortunately it's the injuries that fuck us up. Our starting 11 is great, bar the left wing. But what I'm saying is the reason I'm saying we need another left wing is because unfortunately we are going to get injuries. We just saw it. The window hasn't even closed and we already got an injury. So this is what I'm saying. I don't think with the depth that we have and the people that are going to come in, it actually drags our team down and is a weakness for us. We had Havertz up front, who's not a striker, right? And Saka. Yeah. We had a dysfunctional left wing in Martinelli who's brain dead. How can you expect Arsenal to win the league? And Martin Odegaard got 4 assists.
So but now you've got your striker. The only position now that you're saying that you miss is a left winger, but you have got left wingers there.
They're not good enough.
Martinelli and you've got Madueke. You do not need the best of every position to win the league.
Wait. Hey, so you think we can challenge for the league with Madueke and no backup? Because Madueke was supposed
You've got backup in Martinelli. You don't need the best left winger, and you don't need the best player in every single position for you to win the league. What you do need is a manager that can make it tick.
Unfortunately,
and get the results.
Arteta has shown that if injuries hit, even the best manager.
I'll be honest with you, you're making a lot of excuses for this manager.
I'm not making excuses. I'm telling you what happened, bro. We had
I'm talking about this season, not what happened. I'm talking about this season.
Last season,
you can't sit here and go, well, if we all get injuries, we're not going to win the league.
Last season, is an indication of what's going to happen again this season because it's World Cup year and they already played a lot of games.
Hypothetical.
It's not because
you've got to look at your squad as it is now, yeah. So again, all right. You cannot tell me that we should be competing when we had injuries all last season as well.
We
had injuries all last season. Lavia.
That's so funny. We spoke about
Reece James.
Go watch the stream last week. We spoke about it. I even predicted that we would have injuries, and lo and behold,
I know what you've predicted that you're not going to win the league. But what you're saying is your reasons for why you're not going to win the league is because you're predicting that there's going to be injuries. But the same token, you're saying that Chelsea should be competing for the league this year. I could turn around and say, well, based off of last season, we didn't have Lavia, we didn't have Wesley Fofana, Reece James was up and down.
But Case,
we lost Nicholas Jackson at one point.
I'm saying that on the.
Do you know what I'm saying? I can say all these things as well.
But you can't without contradicting yourself because then you would be agreeing with me. I'm saying that because that means that then, okay, fine. I'm not
saying that because I'm looking at the squad that I've got now going into this season, same as you, and I'm not hypothetically saying we're going to get injuries.
No, I'll be real. A lot of your team just isn't good enough.
Let's go through my team because I didn't finish that, did I?
Yeah, I don't think a lot of your team is not good enough. It's as simple as that.
I don't disagree. I think, like I said before, I didn't get to finish the whole team, did I?
Let's go.
Sanchez, goalkeeper, we didn't resolve. Left back, I think we're fine. We've lost our left centre back. We need to go into the market. Right centre back. I've always said that we need a right centre back.
Hato's good for that left centre back.
Yeah, but I think he's more of a left back than a left centre back.
No, bro, he's a centre back. That is just fast.
I'm not sure. Although Achimbong played all right the other day, to be fair, I thought he was all right.
This guy kept
I don't think he's there yet. What did you say?
Case, he kept passing it to no one.
He did it twice. He did it twice. Let's not get it. He did it twice. He did it twice. Let's not even go there. He done it twice.
You almost conceded both times.
He didn't concede. No, he didn't nearly concede the second time. Eze fucked it up. Let's get it right. Your new signing fucked it up. The first one led to the free kick that went in.
So yeah, exactly. So you just got lucky.
Yeah, we got lucky. Yeah, it's what it is. It's not my fault. They committed a foul. But Enzo and Caicedo and our centre mids, I think we're all right. Lavia, Santos, Caicedo, and Enzo. I think we're all right there. And Asugu. That Asugu is not bad, you know. I think we're covered in centre mid positions. Left wing, I think we're a little bit light. Gittins, again, like I said when we signed him, doesn't really make me go wow.
He's
Pre-season, I thought he done all right in the 2 games that he played, but I thought he was shit the other day.
He's a project player.
I thought he was shit the other day. If we sign Garnacho, then that's again, it's not a one that makes me go way. Palmer's obviously Palmer. Right wing, we've got Esteval, Neto. I think we're covered on that right wing. I'm not going to lie. I think Neto's all right. A lot of people don't rate Neto for some reason. I don't get it.
I think he's good though.
He's heavily inconsistent, man. That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't really get it. I think Neto's all right. Neto
is a threat. He's just, that's what he is, a threat. He's not dangerous. He's just a threat.
And then we've got João Pedro and Delap. Now, João Pedro, I thought he looked a bit out of place on against Palace. Delap come on and I thought he made a difference. I'm happy with Delap because I don't think he's going to be the starting striker. I think João Pedro will be, but I think that's more of a system player than I think like what you saw in his pre-season. I think he's going to do well in the Chelsea system. So that's what excites me when I look at João Pedro. So I actually think we're not fully there, but we're okay. So I don't think we're going to compete because I think there's too many positions. Left back, 2 centre backs and a goalkeeper. I don't think that's enough for us to say, right, we're going to go and compete for the title. If we do, don't get me wrong, I'll be over the moon. I'll be happy, and I'll be sitting in there going, yeah, we're competing. I'll admit it. But probably won't be doing that till after December because of what happened last year.
Yeah.
So Pete, where do you think Man United, because we've just completely done about half an hour segment on Arsenal, where do you think you're going to finish this season?
Where do Man United finish?
Bearing in mind, the first game of the season, it was a 1-0 loss to Arsenal.
And even though we lost to Arsenal, it was a very good performance.
Battered them.
I would like to think maybe 6, maybe 6, maybe. I think 6. I'll go for 6 right now.
I think that's where you're going to finish, 6th.
I think 6 at the moment. Hopefully we can finish higher, but I think
I'm going to jump into the audience.
I think Randy's shout of 3rd is just way too much of a jump.
I'll be real. When Randy said that, I was scratching my head. I was like, "Whoa, that is very, very optimistic." I mean, to finish 3rd, yeah, I don't think we're going to finish 3rd because we're not betting.
Huge jump.
Because we're going to need, obviously, we're going to need to be consistent ourselves, but we're going to need the 3 Musketeers, Arsenal, Liverpool, and City to fall off. Obviously, you guys around the top 4, top 5 Champions League positions. So yeah,
this is all assuming that Newcastle ain't going to play like they did last season because of Isaac not being there.
Tottenham and
Nottingham Forest not playing like they did last season.
Aston Villa,
Spurs, exactly. Obviously, Spurs played shit last season, but they've started well. They've done all right recently.
They've got a good manager in Thomas Frank. So yeah. When he said 3rd, I was like, whoa, that's very optimistic. But optimism is good, but for me, I think we'll finish 6th. I think, and honestly, if we finish 6th, and like we spoke about at the start of the segment, but we're progressing and we're doing well, like we're saying, the transfer window has been good so far. Hopefully, before the window closes, we can get our centre midfield and our goalkeeper. Finishing 6th for me is not bad at all, as long as we're seeing progress, because this is not a quick fix. It takes time. So as long as
Kofi, are you going to sit there and say exactly what you said to me about you've been there? Has he been listening? But he's gone for a bit, hasn't he?
Is that Kofi? Is he gone?
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone.
No, he's not. He's still here. He's away from the computer. But obviously, he was saying to me that he's been here with the owners and that you're settling for a trophy and where you finish, la-di-da-di-da. I wonder if he's going to say that to you, not taking in consideration where the clubs are and where they're trying to go. For me, like how I say about Chelsea, is there's been small steps of progress from the time that these owners took over. I'm happy with the financial side of things. I feel like they're sorting that shit out in terms of transfers, flipping money that we can spend for PSR, etc. When it comes to people talking about the financial side and what they're doing in terms of the debt that we're collecting, I can't really comment on that because I haven't done, 1, enough research, and 2, I don't think we're going to see the real extent of that till a little bit further along down the line. The next step for Chelsea is we've got to have the success. We've just won 2 trophies. Yes, they're not major trophies. They're not the Club World Cup. Obviously, they wanted I don't care what anyone says. Them teams did want to win that trophy because it's
of course.
You know what I mean? For 4 years, there's no way that they didn't want a trophy. The money that come from it as well.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be a big competition in years to come, and people will be wanting to win that trophy, and we're the first to do it. So I'm going to count that trophy as a good. Obviously, this was like the test dummy. Do you know what I mean? And we won it. Conference League, we won it. Whoop-de-doo. Don't care. Like it's don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I was happy we won it, but I was more happy that we completed the set. For me, completing the set was more important than winning that. Like, do you know what I mean? The actual. Oh, it's the Conference League. So I didn't really give a shit. But small elements of progress. The next step for Chelsea is this season, we're going to really see where we are. I think the team needs to gel a little bit longer. That's why I think Liverpool are ahead because they've had more time to gel. That's why I think Man City are ahead because they've had more time to gel, even though they've just changed it up quite a bit, to be fair. I just think Arsenal are there. Arsenal have had the longest process out of all of these teams, by the way. But well, tell a lie, because Liverpool, their core players have been there probably longer. Their core players have probably been there longer. Man City's core kind of got disrupted a bit last season with the likes of De Bruyne going. I mean, yeah, that's that. Yeah. See, I think City are going to win the league, but now I've just mentioned that, it's made me think about their core players.
But you know, I think City defensively, they look vulnerable, man. I think it's gonna be a continuation from last season.
What do you reckon? It's gonna be? You reckon it's gonna be Liverpool?
Yeah, I think Liverpool win the league. But again, Liverpool as well, defensively, like even the game against Bournemouth last Friday, like you just saw so many vulnerabilities. But they're they got a lot of menace going forward. They'll just outscore opponents. But defensively as well, they're not really that. I mean, they might have to go and get. Obviously, they didn't have Gravenberch. He didn't play last Friday, but they just looked so open. But I just think Liverpool, with the attacking players they have, I think they're gonna retain. But again, it could be Liverpool, it could be City, it could be Arsenal. I think it's between.
I thought City looked really good the other day. I'm not gonna lie, I thought they looked
really good. But I'm gonna be very interested, Case, to see how they perform against Tottenham on Saturday. That's gonna be a test.
Yeah, that'll be a good marker.
That'll be a good marker because obviously at the end of the day, like you beat who you beat, whoever you beat who's in front of you, and they looked really, really good. Obviously, despite Wolves being very poor, but I want to see how they'll play against a good team like Tottenham. I want to see how. Yeah. So it's how to play.
So yeah, Kofi, you there? Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Did you hear what Pete was saying about finishing sixth?
No. Sorry, I just went to the toilet.
So Pete said that he'll be happy that Man United finished sixth because it's showing some progress from where they've been from last season. Obviously, Amorim coming in. This is now like his process as a manager. This process thing that we do now. Are you going to sit there and say, you know what you were saying to me about how you've been there as a club, you're accepting just like a position and winning a trophy maybe? Is it the same scenario for Man United?
Personally, I mean, it depends on what they do with the rest of the window, right? If they go and spend 100M on Belieber, I don't think they should be happy with that. And personally, I think it would make more sense for them to just prioritize finishing as high as possible in the league and making like real actual progress on the pitch rather than this bullshit about trophies, because they won the FA Cup.
I agree.
No closer to anything.
Yeah,
if anything,
I agree.
Push them further into disarray.
I agree.
So
I think right now,
really
I agree. Actually, right now, because like, and even Rashford said it last week. Like, it's just since Alex Ferguson's left the club, like, there's just been the club hasn't been stable. So, like, we won the FA Cups, we won the Carabao Cups, we won the Europa League, we won trophies. Obviously, at our worst times, now our lowest moments. But now it's about like trying to progress on the pitch. You know, trying to have a style of play. Whether we win, lose, or draw, we can all see that the players are trying to buy into it. And then that's where I think once we get that going, then I think things will start to fall into place. So, like I told you guys, like 6 for me would be really good as long as we see progress. Because as long as we can see, and most importantly, we need to stick with Amorim. If we can see what he's doing, because even though like Arsenal haven't won anything, obviously only won the FA Cup back in 2020, but despite the fact they haven't won anything else, you can see what Arteta has done. Even though, yes, people are going to say, but he hasn't won anything during the time of Arsenal finishing second. But you can see that the board have stuck with him, and you can see that he's progressed Arsenal, and that's a good thing. And obviously now, you know, seeing that obviously they've signed Eze, they're going to sign Gyökeres, etc. This year might be their year, but it's about just taking that step. And most importantly, when it's difficult in the hard times, we got to stick, because there'll be times this season where it will be rocky. We'll be like, but we got to stick with him. And as long as, you know, the players are buying into what he wants, and we clearly saw against Arsenal that there's something there. Hopefully, we can just be consistent. So, for me personally, it's not even about FA Cups or Carabao. Let's just have that good like cohesion on the pitch, and then everything will take care of it. So, finishing 6th, I think, would be a good season, and then let's just go from there. That's just my opinion on it, because, yeah, like obviously it's all nice winning the cups and all that, obviously trolling and laughing, but ultimately it papers over the cracks. You understand? Like, we're winning FA Cups, but we're finishing.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? We're winning Carabao Cups here, and we're finishing 12th. Even though, like, okay, like we laugh about it, yeah, but really and truly, deep down, like, yo, it's bad.
That's what Brighton do, bro. That's what Portsmouth were doing.
we can't be doing that. We can't be winning Carabao Cups, FA Cups, and we're finishing like 15th. Like even the Europa League that we lost against Tottenham. Like we would have celebrated, like trolled obviously your call for you guys, Arsenal fans. We would have trolled and laughed, but really and truly, that's paper over the cracks that we finished 15th. Like okay, we beat Tottenham, we won the Europa League if we did beat Tottenham, but there's a problem, and so in hindsight, even losing to Tottenham might have been a blessing in disguise. Listen, we've been horrible.
Exactly.
Let's rip it up like a piece of paper. Rip it up. Exactly. And then let's start to fill up the pieces. So yeah, man, like what I saw from Arsenal last Sunday, I was encouraged. Hopefully, it gets a smaller, because the thing is, it's the big teams. I'm not surprised. Even last season, we did that with the big teams. Again, Arsenal against you guys, Case, Man City, Liverpool. Like against the big teams, because we want to prove a point, we want to show up. But we don't play the big teams. We don't play the top 6 teams every week. It's the Crystal Palaces and the Wolves and
this is why I laughed, bro. When you man were gingered about like the game against us, I'm thinking to myself,
yeah,
this is the least of your worries, because you took us to the brink multiple times last season, and you finished.
And you guys,
but you say that the only difference is they genuinely played well. Like,
but Case, do you not remember when?
You know what? I know what Kofi said. I knew we'll play well. The thing is,
I
knew we'll play well because it's Arsenal.
Do you think you're going to revert back to your ways then?
Case, you don't remember the game Arsenal Man United when Højlund, the offside? I was in Bali. I swear to God, I was so shook. That game, Man United could have beat us that game.
I'm not
so Fulham. They got Fulham away next. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Tough game.
At Craven Cottage.
Yeah.
Tough game. You see,
mid-block.
You see, Case of Cup. You see, guys. Now that's a game that I'll be like, ooh, because Fulham are a very good side. But that's the game where, like, are we gonna pull up our socks and actually fight? Because there'll be times when we have to fight. It's all good, like I said. Do it against Arsenal. Do it against Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, because those are big teams. We want to prove a point that we can. We're Man United. We can.
You're the underdog, right? You're the underdog technically. So
we're the underdog technically. Yeah, really, truly, we're the underdog. So it's like
against Fulham.
No,
against you,
against Arsenal. Yeah, you were.
Yeah, Arsenal, Chelsea.
You'd expect Arsenal to win that game, yeah.
So now, Case, think of it. Look at this, right? If Man United go to Fulham and they lose, I promise you, the conversation changes straight again. Like, this is what I'm saying.
No, I agree. No, but at the same time, it is relative to how they lose. Because if they put in another shift like they did against you, and then it's like a 1-0
I also agree with that.
Okay,
you look at it differently as well. So it is relative.
You don't remember Ten Hag?
Yeah,
you not remember Ten Hag? Beginning of the season with Manchester United, in his first season, we had this whole conversation, and Man United were grinding results out, and I was there. I was having these conversations with these guys, and they were doing the same thing where it's like, but look, we previously lost these matches. It was a good result, and then the patience runs thin eventually because there's nowhere to hide. And this is what I'm saying about. If Man United spend 100 million on Baleba, it's in my opinion, it's a big mistake, because I feel like Man United have the opportunity to sign good players that don't cost big sums of. This is why the Arsenal rebuild worked, because there was no pressure. No one really expected anything from these players, but Arsenal knew that they were great players.
I slightly agree. I mean, Baleba is so talented, but just that the price tag is crazy, man. Like, you cannot get a lot of players.
No, Baleba didn't just get good overnight. He's always been good. So answer me this: why can't Man United go find Baleba before?
Has it worked
for Arsenal?
Yeah. Can you say it's a success until you've?
No. I'm saying that Manchester United don't need to be doing that now, because they have the opportunity to build slowly. This is what I'm saying. There's no pressure. You sign someone for 100 million, there's instantly pressure.
Instant pressure. I do get what Kofi said in that instant pressure, because there's no pressure on us at all. So
Man United don't have to spend 100 million.
100 million. Like,
the thing is, I don't look at it like that. I look at it like, if you need the player in that position,
you go get him.
You have to go out and get
him. No. But Case, yes, when you've built a foundation, Man United don't have that foundation yet. Also, okay, let's use you
But
guys.
what foundation are you talking about for them? Because they've got their defense is pretty much set.
No, it's not. Their defense is trash, bro. Don't even
Who,
try it.
who would you get
This
rid
is
of in their
copium.
defense?
This is copium. The
Who
only
would
player,
you get rid of in their defense?
the only player that I would say is great right now and stays in that defense is De Ligt. Euro is still unproven and still learning his trade.
I like Euro though.
No, I'm not saying he's a bad player, but what I'm saying is there's no foundation, is what I mean. De Ligt is the only credible player in that defense. Martinez I'll be real, I think he's done at this level as far as injuries. He's got the injuries that players don't usually come back from. And we're seeing
when he was fit, I liked him, but he's too injury prone now.
Yeah, like he has the same thing that Koscielny had, that Achilles thing. Once you have that, you're fucked. So think about it, Case. In that defense, really, outside of Dorgu, who's a wingback, Maguire's not good enough.
Yeah, Maguire's not good enough, I'll be real.
Aiden Heaven is a youngster. Luke Shaw should not be anywhere near that team.
Yeah, Luke Shaw's only there because of the back three system, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So let's be real. There's no foundation. And I'll say it again. If Brighton can find Baleba after they found Caicedo, and Brentford can build the foundation that they've built, you cannot tell me that there's not players out there.
I agree. There's gems out there because if Baleba's 100 million, I don't know where he came from. But what it is is that there's so many Balebas out there, but it's down to the scouts here to go and recruit in the right.
And you know what's funny? What we're saying, right? We all agree that United are not expected to challenge for the league, right? So why the fuck would you go and spend 100 million?
You don't need to.
When you're not going to challenge for the league anyway.
You don't need to, bro. Where did they get Caicedo from? Where did Brighton get Caicedo from?
I'm not being funny. 100 million to Man United is nothing.
From Colombia, bro.
Caicedo, in Colombia, you see.
The thing with Man United is they're such a rich club. It doesn't matter what they spend. It really don't.
But Case,
I hear that. But Case,
it really doesn't matter what they spend. It does not matter what they spend.
The thing is that you're right. We are a rich club, but the only reason why for me as a Man United fan is that I'm a bit, as much as the boy is talented, but I'm a bit skeptical about it because of the history of the amount of times we've done this. That's the only reason why I'm like it worries me.
But how I look at it, your defense, you're saying their defense ain't right and all this, but that midfield offers your defense a lot of protection, and you ain't had none of that.
It's true.
Casemiro's been shit since he came to Man United. Let's be honest. He had one good season, didn't he?
But Case, remember
he's
this.
He's looked overweight for the rest of it. Ugarte is an awful. I'll be honest with you, Ugarte is shit. I don't know. I can't believe
Case, let's look at it for what it is, though. You can't use I'll be real with you. The Arsenal game is no real benchmark at all because Arsenal are playing so high up the pitch, right? And Man United are the underdog in that game. And again, we started a striker that's not fit, and it's the first game of the season. That's not a true reflection of the Manchester United defense. I'm going to be real with you. It's really not. It's the games where Manchester United are actually expected to go and play
Fulham.
football.
Like the example case, Fulham, the Fulham game.
And you're going to see
the Fulham game's a prime example. The Fulham game's a prime example.
So this is we have argued blue in the face that Manchester United need to remember where they are now and forget about what they've done in the past and actually just rebuild. And this is what I'm saying. What Arsenal have done and what you guys are doing is, bar the big money signings that you've made, you signed Cole Palmer for 42 million.
Yeah.
Outside of Caicedo, Lavia, and who's the other one? Caicedo, Lavia, and Enzo. Bro, you've been signing players for fair amounts of money.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. Not a lot.
So this is what I'm saying. Why the fuck do Manchester United why didn't Manchester United throw the book at Rory Delap?
That would have been a good signing.
You mean Liam Delap? You always say Rory, you know?
Right, I always say Rory. Sorry.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you.
Man United are who they are.
No, because he had a release clause, didn't he? 30 million. Because we got Champions League on the last day, he turned down Man United and he came to us.
But I hear that. But let's be honest. Man United could pay this kid a little bit more money, and I'll be real with you. He's not even like a starter at Chelsea. He's not dead on start. If they turn around here and say, we want you to be our number 9, which I don't think they did, I'm telling you, he signs for Man United. I'll be real with you. And it's not a slight on Chelsea. It's because Man United are offering a little bit more money. And at the end of the day, like Mbeumo is a great example. He could have joined Spurs. He could have joined Arsenal. Arsenal said you're going to be a backup to Saka. He's like, nah, it doesn't make sense. Let me go Manchester United. So this is what I'm saying. Like, Man United actually really had a great opportunity to spy. There's loads of great players out there at clubs that Manchester United have the resources to find these players. You can't tell me Arsenal know about a player and Chelsea know about a player. Yeah. Man United know about them too. If we know about them, they know about them.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying, bro. I'll be real with you. I think
it's funny because like this always comes to my mind, yeah, especially like when it comes to transfers, especially with Man United. Like obviously they're saying 100 million Baleba to Man United, but if, for example, Man City and Liverpool are going for Baleba, do you think Brighton will charge them 100 million as well, or not? For example,
exactly.
That's always been my thinking because 100. I know obviously Brighton are quite a difficult team to negotiate with, but 100 million. I'm thinking if Man City or Liverpool are bidding for him, I don't think they're gonna bid 100 million. I think it'll probably be about maybe like
but man, your prices are always inflated. Look at Cunha, Mbeumo, all inflated.
That and you see, Case, that's the reason why I get even more skeptical because it's like when it's Man United, they know through our track record that like we're desperate, like our negotiation is bad, so they know that they can bump us. That's the reason why, like, I get worried because this Baleba kid is talented, but the price when I saw 100 million, I was like, whoa! Straight away, I went, ooh, 100 million.
If it's not Baleba, then who do you sign for less?
Wait, Case. I just realized something. You man, let me ask you. I'm going to put it to you this way. Where do you think Manchester United? Where's a fair reality for them to be setting their sights to finish?
Well, Pete reckons 6th.
And what do you think, Case?
And I think they'll finish 6th as well, if I'm honest with you.
So answer me this, right? Who finished 6th in the Premier League last season?
Forest.
Okay, great. Exactly.
Yeah, Forest in the 6th.
So do you really think, if Forest are able to finish 6th with the team that they finished with, they do not have any £100 million players in their team. As in, they did not pay.
Yeah, but the price tag don't mean nothing. It don't.
No. What I mean is, Case. What I'm saying is, there are players like we're talking about 6th. We're not talking about challenging for the title. There are players out there that you can spend 30 to 40 million on that will get you to that position and have the potential to take you further. Yep. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Baleba should be so far from Manchester United.
It was Villa. Sorry, Villa.
Okay, Villa finished 6th last
and it came down to like the last day, right? Like
Forest dropped down to 7th.
Yeah, when Chelsea beat them, when you guys beat them,
yeah.
So look at it from that perspective, right? Like may not have the excuse of this is a project. You should be going out and signing players that are undervalued but have potential. Arsenal did that. We did that with Saliba. We did that with Gabriel. We did that with Timber. We did that with David Raya. I could go through pretty much most.
I get what you're basically saying. Try and look for someone a little bit cheaper. That's all.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of players out there that don't get me wrong. This Baleba kid, I want him. He's a baller. Don't get me wrong in the slightest. This boy is that actually on my head is even more gone because of the price tag. I really want him. But to Kofi's point, you can get a lot of Balebas there that are out there for cheaper. You can.
And there's no pressure. There's no pressure
because obviously, like we know, Man United obviously was saying 6th. Even if Man United were to finish 10th, I don't think anyone really batting too tough. Anyways, there's no pressure. 1 game a week, bro. We can go and get, bro. That's the bit, That's the reason why I hate Eric Ten Hag even more, bro. Because this guy, he hasn't got no eye for talent. Just signing players that he knows. No eye for talent, bro.
Do you see where I'm coming from, Case? In that, like,
bro,
if we're talking about Man United not making the same mistakes that they've made so many times, and we're saying that we don't actually think that they should be challenging for it, why would Man United should be? That's why I'm using Arsenal as an example.
I don't think it would be a mistake because who are the players that they spent £100 million on? Yeah, Lukaku up top. Yeah, 90
Lukaku.
million.
Sancho,
They needed him. They needed him up top at the
Sancho.
time, and he was the striker at the time. Do you know what I mean? Anthony,
but they
Anthony,
overpaid
90 million. That one's a waste of space. You didn't even need to spend that.
Exactly.
You didn't need that. You didn't need that position. Sancho, how much did he go for?
75. And let's be real, Case. Everybody at the time, yeah, even when they were first linked with him, we were all excited, and it didn't seem as crazy as it seems today. Let's be real.
No, yeah, at the time, didn't seem crazy. The one that did, Anthony, 90 million, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, that one we knew.
And that's my point.
Even the Paul Pogba one, even Paul Pogba, you're looking at it going, oh, it's a massive fee, but no one's going, oh, why are you signing him?
The Pogba one for me is the Pogba one for me personally is the worst one because we had him in our ranks.
The problem is you spend a lot of money on a lot of flops. That's the truth, and you're scared that you're going to do it again.
But not just that.
Me, in my opinion, I think you need a believer type of player in your team, and if he costs you £100 million, then you pay the money. And I don't think money should be a thing for Man United because they've just got so much fucking dough.
But then, Case,
and it's like organic money. Do you know what I mean?
No, but Case, it's a bigger problem, right? Is that Pete made the point. People are going to just keep bumping Manchester United. If they show that,
there's that issue. There is that issue.
Because, bro, like I said, Man City and Liverpool, if they're going in for Baleba, bro, they're not. Brighton are not going to say.
How much did they sign Rangers for?
46.
That's a joke. And Turkey for 32 million.
Brother, and look at these guys are not on but
there was a time that they used to get bumped for their signings.
But then they changed
their approach.
They changed their policy.
These guys are proving the Champions League, bro. We've seen it, Champions Leagues, and they played.
But I'll be real with you. Do you want to know why the real reason City are able to change their approach? And I know you guys laugh at me, Bears, yeah, but it's so funny that Chelsea have become the top people to do that. They just use data, bro, to sign these players. And they know that if they put certain players together, profiles together, it's more likely to work than it's not going to work. So you can actually take a risk on... I'll send you some... I can actually send you some things to show you how they value players and all of this shit, yeah? It's actually crazy that, like, they're using AI and stuff to sign these players. And that's what I'm saying. Man United, if you're saying Man United have unlimited money, then they should be using that money to use to sign gems. And then Man United, like, bro, if they find this kid somewhere, and it doesn't even have to be a kid, it could be somebody that is putting in consistent performances that us as fans don't really have the foresight to see.
Trust me.
Because we've seen it with Brighton, Caicedo, Enciso, Baleba now, Mitoma.
Yes.
These players, we only start rating them once they come to Brighton.
Yes.
But these guys are already good. Exactly. Brighton already know.
But same Brighton, because I have the scouting system in place to go and recruit these players. Bro, they're all there. Because before Caicedo came Brighton, we didn't know who he was.
Exactly.
Did you hear about him? We didn't hear about him. He came to Brighton, did bits. He's gone to Chelsea. I don't know where he went for. I don't know where he was. Brighton, Man United.
Bournemouth for another one. They've just sold their whole back line.
Yes.
For lots of money.
Hudson to Real Madrid. Semenyo was linked to Man United. Bro.
And Case, you want to know what's funny, right? There's even some names in there. These guys are FM wonder kids, bro. So we even know some of these players.
Yeah,
and this is what I'm saying to you. Like,
that's the Chelsea model. Just open up your laptop and look at FM.
Exactly. It's all in it. So that's what I'm saying, bro. I genuinely think, obviously, I want to see Man United suffer. But if I'm to just use like look at it from a objective perspective, signing Baleba is just a lazy mistake that's going to make a bigger symptom of the issue that Man United have.
The thing is, I get your point. I just don't think that's going to be a mistake signing. I think
the thing is, Case, that I hear you too, because that generally I'm on the fence because, like I told you, I want him, but it's just the price.
I hear what Kofi's saying. Be sensible.
I'm not saying that Baleba won't work as well.
Be sensible.
His case. If they sign Baleba, Man United are the lick. They are the lick. Every club is going to be looking at Man United and they're like,
it's like Chelsea. It's like Chelsea. Everyone looks at us and goes with a lick, but then I think we're quite we're
You
quite
changed. You
strict.
turned it around now, though. You turned it around.
Yeah,
now.
we're quite
No,
strict with what we do.
in terms of buying players, you guys will turn it around because, bro.
The thing is now we've got so many players we can turn around to say, well, we've got him anyway. So if you don't want us to buy him, we won't buy him.
100 million.
And I think your fans now also have bought into that. Like, okay, we can actually find good players that don't cost them. And this is what I'm saying. Man United need to bite the bullet, and that's why I'm using Arsenal as an example.
100 million is crazy.
Yeah, but you know what? There is a little bit of contradiction in what we're saying because I'm sitting there going, all of them signings that we've done haven't given me like any wow factor, and they're all young potential talent players that
No, yours is
signed on the cheap.
Yours,
do you know what I mean?
No, it's because you've signed so many. If that makes sense, that's why we banter you, because it's like you've signed so many players, and there's no structure to how you did it. If that makes sense, like it was, and your league position and all of the hoo-ha around the club. With what we're seeing, again, not to come back to Arsenal, but the way Arsenal did it is we spent this 1 billion and then we went and spent 100 million on Rice, and it took us straight away to the next level. Whereas, and it wasn't a bump. Rice was not a bump just simply because.
But you could argue that at the time that you spent £100 million on Rice, you should have been looking at a striker.
And unfortunately, we did go and spend 60 million on a striker, and it was fucking Havertz. Unfortunately,
but he wasn't signed as a striker. He
was
signed as a midfielder.
No. He was signed as a like Ram de Tour. So it was. This is what it was supposed to be. Yeah, Jesus was going to be the striker, and Havertz was going to play off of him. But then obviously Jesus got injured. But Arteta likes. He said it. He likes players that can play in multiple positions. So he knew that he could play Havertz as a false nine, because that's what he was at Chelsea. But unfortunately, it just didn't work because Jesus got injured. That's when Jesus and Havertz are playing, it's the perfect symmetry. But unfortunately, we haven't really got to see it because Jesus is always injured. So we did go and then spend big money on Havertz. Havertz is on 275 grand. He's our highest. Well, he was our highest paid player. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we did it after the fact. And again, Arsenal are not, for me, are not like absolved of blame. Arteta's is like an idiot for not signing enough attackers. And this is why I keep saying to you, bro, we do not have enough attacking depth. We do not. I could name all of Arteta's attacking signings, and the list is short and shit. Sterling, Marquinhos, Trossard, and Fabio Vieira, and
Gyökeres.
And who, sorry?
Gyökeres.
No, taking them two out, like taking Gyökeres and Madueke out, like prior to that, bro. That's incredibly useless. And not one of them is a traditional left winger. Oh, and Willian. But Willian was an OAP. So you can see why I'm saying what I'm saying, bro. Like, we don't have a traditional left winger. And our attacking signings have been fucking shit. And to your point, we signed more goalkeepers than we have strikers. So you can kind of see why I'm bare concerned with Arsenal. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And I blame Arteta for that. I blame Arteta for not reading the room and realizing that you're at Arsenal, bro. You ain't getting unlimited budget. He's treating it like he can make those mistakes, but you can't, because you're going to have to live with Havertz.
Right, we've nearly been gone for 3 hours now. I told you we weren't going to do it. We've ended up doing it, so it's not bad.
Come on, man. Football's life, man.
So, Pete, you reckon 6th place?
Yes.
I reckon we're going to finish 6th place. Kofi, as an Arsenal fan, where do you see Manchester finishing?
Yeah,
Man United, if the window shuts now and they don't make a signing, I think, 6th, 7th.
Yeah, you reckon? Yeah, I reckon that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, if they sign a central
midfielder. The thing is, we'll see. Like you said, obviously the league started. The first game's always just get the first game out of the way, kind of thing.
Get a feel of it. Yeah.
So, like, even though I thought Arsenal played really bad at the weekend, but I don't think that's going to be your standard all season. I'll be very surprised. Like, who have you got next? Leeds.
Yeah, Leeds. Yeah,
I'll be very surprised if you play like that against Leeds. Very surprised.
I mean, I won't really read too much into it because it's Leeds, and it's more the game after, right? It's Liverpool, but we need to beat Leeds in a.
The thing is, you want to at least play a little bit better than what you did against Man United.
You need that momentum going into Liverpool. But one thing I will say, I'm very scared now because I wanted Havertz to start against Liverpool. That's a Havertz game. That's a Havertz game. Just because of how Liverpool play. That is a Havertz game.
Everyone's moaning about Chelsea again, saying it's illegal that we're signing players and sending them to Strasbourg to sign them for Chelsea.
You guys use AI to find loopholes, man.
We just fucking find loopholes everywhere. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, as a Chelsea, it don't bother me. Like, I don't mind it. I find it quite funny. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, again, funding Brighton. They've brought the wrong club, haven't they?
Yeah,
they have. But actually, no, they haven't.
There's pictures of Garnacho in a. Oh, that's not Garnacho, is it? Yeah, it is. Pictures of Garnacho in a Chelsea kit coming out when he was younger.
Yeah, you might can hold him still.
This guy's
obviously, I know what after 50 M's, bro. Just take him. You can take him.
I'm telling you, 35 million. That's what you're getting for him.
Yeah, I think it's fair,
it's a win for United. 35 M's.
And a win for United, and then Chelsea will flip Garnacho. One good season, they're selling him to either Atletico or some overseas team. But hear this out, yeah. Before I go, I hear that Julian Alvarez is unhappy at Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, I see that as well.
Arsenal need to go run and put a bid in quickly.
Arsenal.
Yeah, quickly.
I wanted to sign Alvarez before he went to Atletico.
That is a profile. It goes against it goes against everything that I stand for. I want us to sign a target man centre forward, but
I don't get why is Julian Alvarez not happy at Atletico?
This is what is being reported.
His camp's come out and said that he thinks he signed for the wrong club.
Oh, raw.
Arsenal, go do the right thing. Put in a 55 million.
I can't imagine Arsenal going to say, "Oh, you just got Gyökeres." I don't think.
No, but remember.
Do you know what I read? Yeah, I read that you're healthy with PSR, but when it comes to UEFA,
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah, UEFA is stricter. Like because I think UEFA is based on the wages to income ratio as well, and is a bit more. And I think it's more condensed. But mate, they need to make it happen. I even forgot that Reece Nelson still plays for Arsenal. How can Reece Nelson be our best left winger?
Nah, come on.
No, he is. Reece Nelson is the best left winger that we have. Because Madueke's best position is right wing. I'll be real with you. Like Reece Nelson genuinely is he's the most natural left winger that we have.
I think you need to just give Madueke a little bit of time.
Yeah, give him time, man. I remember Coco, every time last time in your house. You gotta give him time.
I want him playing from the right, bro. I want him playing from the right.
Well, would you change Saka to the left? That's not going to happen.
No, nothing has to change. Madueke is just is depth and comes in as and when is needed. Madueke isn't world class left winger.
No, he's not.
He's a project still. He's a stats guy. And this is what I'm saying. I want somebody that can hit that ground running, yeah? Just go and sign Semenyo or someone like Semenyo is going to give you output.
How are you feeling about Cunha and Mbeumo?
Yeah.
Cunha looked lively, didn't he?
I was very excited, man, watching the way that, especially Mbeumo. Like, Mbeumo just fitted in straight away. Like, just really just played with, just energy, confidence, and then Cunha as well. Like, they really complement each other very well in the two number 10 positions.
It feels like you've added a little bit of quality to your side.
Yeah, in
like
the final
going forward, and you had fucking Højlund up top, and just nothing getting to him.
And nothing there. That's what I'm saying. So now we've got Šeško. Hopefully Šeško, match fitness, he gets up to it and everything.
I want to see how Xerxes fits in there, because I think he'll be good with a little link up and.
Yeah. The thing is, Xerxes, as we know, Xerxes is not a. It's not.
I actually don't mind Xerxes. I think he's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good player. It's just that he's just not a striker. But he's a very, very and this is what I was trying to tell Calvin in the group chat. I think it was last week when we had our little argument about Højlund. That even though Xerxes is not a striker, Xerxes, his movement, like there's different types of movement. Whereas with Højlund, he just wrestles the defender. Now sometimes you can use your physicality, but you gotta be clever. This is not like how it was like in the early 2000s or the 90s where it was just brute strength. You have to use your strength, but you got to also be smart, like off the ball movement as well. But Højlund doesn't do that. Whereas with Xerxes, he does that. He's very clever and he creates spaces for other teammates as well. So Xerxes, I like him. Like at the start, I was like, oh, this guy, he's dead. But when I realized that he's not a striker, I realized actually not. This guy's techie. His movement is good. He's a number 10 actually. I was like, yeah, I like him. So, like, again, like, he can come in there. I mean, it seems like Mbeumo, obviously, we've got Sesko up top, obviously, but it seems like maybe Mbeumo could do a job up top. Cunha could do a job up top. Obviously, Sesko's there. Xerxes can play as a number 10 with one of them. So, there's good quality in the final third. Like, I'm optimistic of how our final third looks. I'll be real. Just the goalkeeping department and the midfield department that we need to sort out, and I think we'll be all right. I think
It'll be interesting to see. So when do you play this weekend? Saturday or Sunday? Chelsea on Friday.
I think it's Sunday at 4:30. When the late kickoff, the last kickoff of the day on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 4:30 against Fulham, Craven Cottage.
Yeah, 4:30. What about you? You got Leeds. Yeah, you had a 5:30 Saturday on Leeds.
Yeah, Saturday at the Emirates.
Saturday.
Yeah, at the Emirates.
At the Emirates, yeah, you should win that comfortably, I think.
Yeah, they should.
So what do you reckon for the weekend? We got West Ham on Friday. I think we're going to win that game.
Yeah, I think you'll beat them. Obviously, London derby, everything else there, but you'll beat them. I think
we beat them 3-0 there last season.
Yeah, I remember
Jackson. I just think they're doing a madness.
Yeah, Graham Potter. Since Graham Potter got sacked by you guys, he hasn't been the same. Something you can tell he's been, mentally, it's hit him since that Chelsea job. Yeah, you can see he's not really himself, and I think if he doesn't sort things out, I think by Christmas they'll boot him out, man. I think they'll boot him out. They'll get rid of him, I think.
Kofi's had to jump off, but he's in the chat, so. But we're going to wrap it up anyway. We're up to 3 hours. I said we was going to do this quickly, but again, this led to another football chat. Arsenal kind of took over quite a bit.
But it's calm, bro.
Topic of the conversation, but I thought that was a good one with Man United. We got we got a couple season expectations. I'm not quite too sure about Randy's ones. I think that's a bit wild. Third place.
Oh yeah, that one. When he said third, I was scratching my head.
Randy's prediction. There's no way. I'd be very, very, very surprised if you finish third place. So I'm sure he made a wild prediction last year as well. I'm sure he did.
Is it? I don't know. But at the third one, surely he's trolling because finishing third. When he said third, I was like, what?
And he said Arsenal will finish fifth.
Yeah. That's not bad.
I can't see it. For me, I think I was saying City were going to win it because of the way they started and they've had a good pre-season. But then when I started talking, I was talking about the core players, and I talked about Liverpool and their core players. I'm thinking,
yeah,
like Liverpool.
But also, Keisha, their attack, man. Even though, like, obviously, Man City obviously have added in Turkey around us. Liverpool's attack though, and if they go and get Isak on top,
I can't. Yeah, it's between them two, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's between them two. I was saying City will win it, but like I can't really. I think a lot of that is because I don't want Liverpool to win it again. I'm not going to lie. So I think I'm being hopeful that Man City will win it over Liverpool. But I think the reality is, I think Liverpool probably got the better side.
Yeah, they have. That's the thing. Going forward, they're a menace. They've got a lot of talent. But again, like, we'll wait and see. I feel like this is going to be a very, very exciting season. It's going to be very exciting. I can see it. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be either Liverpool or City. I think Arsenal will finish third this year. I think we're going to finish fourth. Fifth.
Tottenham.
It's a good shout.
Or Aston Villa, Newcastle, one of them.
I don't think Villa are going to get Europe this year.
Yeah, their squad's a bit
light. I reckon it would be. See, the Newcastle one's difficult now because of Isaac.
Yeah,
it's very difficult.
But to be fair, the way they played against Aston Villa, if they can do that for most parts of the season, they could be in around the European spots. But obviously, if Isak is not there, then it's a blow. But they've still got talented players. Obviously, they've got Elanga. Obviously, they've got Gordon. So they've got guys there that can do something. But
fifth place, I'm gonna go Forest.
Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, you asked the question like 2 hours ago. Who's done the best? I said Liverpool. I think.
Yeah, Forest are up there
as well.
They're doing some crazy business for where they are and what they're adding to their team. I think they're doing some decent business.
Because they're going to sign Douglas Luiz as well, right?
Douglas Luiz signed Murray Hutchinson.
from Ipswich.
I think they signed a Brazilian striker as well.
And they signed some French shoot as well, I think, from Rennes or they signed a French shoot as well from Ligue 1 as well. I saw that. I think I read on it yesterday or 2 days ago as well.
Yeah, they've kept Morgan Rogers.
Yeah,
Not Morgan Rogers. Morgan Gibbs White. No, is it Gibbs White? Yeah.
Yeah, Gibbs White. So yeah, looking good.
So they kept him. Chris Wood, he started straight away, banging in goals. So I think they're going to do all right this season, man.
Yeah, good side.
Hudson Odoi looking good on the left wing.
Good side.
That's one transfer that bugs me, you know.
The Hudson Odoi one.
Yeah, 3 million we sold him for.
What did you guys have to Bayer Leverkusen, right?
No, I think he went on loan to Bayer Leverkusen. We sold him to Forest for 3 million.
Forest for 3 million.
Fucking couldn't believe it, man. Couldn't believe it. And I reckon he'd still play today.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. He would. If he was at Chelsea, you definitely play.
Still play. So it's a bit of that's one. Anyway, listen, we're going to wrap this up because it's 11:15 and it's dead on 3 hours now. So thanks for tuning in. That's the Man United edition.
Come on.
Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Going to try and get a Man City one going. I'm going to get in the chat. And I want to get a Liverpool one going. But yeah, Pete, thanks for tuning in.
No worries, brother. No worries. But anytime.
I'll feature in a bit, everybody.
My pleasure. Have a good night, bro.
You too, bro. Nice one.
All right.